Yeah, I think I'm finally finally getting a cold. Oh, geez. But we can help it with some medicine. Guinness. Oh, baby. Torpedoes of loveliness. Hamster, I thought you said you weren't going to. Yeah, well, it happens. So I was watching Hammer stream. No eggs. No eggs. And he was talking about Tim Pool complaining about why men didn't do something to help some woman or something like that. Ghost Pirate Sloan of Lachlan. Torpedoes away. Yes, Tom Landry. Laundry. Sorry. Anyway, I was watching Hammer. And Tim Pool has some nonsense out there. Well, why didn't men get up and do their job? Why didn't they do their deal? Because that's their role in life, is to protect the women. And, normally I would agree. But it seems like there's definitely a problem with the roles that we're supposed to take. Stone Reapers here. Hello. We're supposed to have roles. So we're told. Well, at least men are told. Well, you got to do your role, man. You got to do your thing because you're a man and all this other stuff. Connell McCracken. Puniti as well, sir. You're supposed to do your role because you're a man. You're supposed to protect the women. You're supposed to do all this shit. You're supposed to die, go to war, get killed, etc. for your country and for your women's at home, etc. Well, as much as I don't want to go to war and die, hey, Chris, the Emperor of Canada is in the building. I'm a grumpy old man. Yay, baby. Sons of Patriarchy is here as well. So, I'm sorry. I'm getting a cold here. I might have to sneeze. Chaos for you. Hello. I saw you guys on the Hammer stream as well. Doug Edwards is here. Hello. Good evening. Rick and Bastard. Yeah, back in the good old days. It was our role. But the thing that Matt Walsh and other CUCKSs seem to keep forgetting, or they just don't want to admit, is women also had a role. They also had a role to play in this, cooperative thing. Men and women cooperate, raise children, strong family, the community, etc., so on. Duh. Why is it we don't talk about that? See, you guys probably heard me long enough. The revolution in the 60s freed women from traditional roles, but men were expected to keep the same role. You can see it today. You can see it right now. You need to step up. You need to get married because it's good for you. You need to suck it up, buttercup. You need to walk through that minefield. You might get your leg blown off, but that's too bad. It's for the greater good, right? Well, what about the women? What about the women? Well, they were freed from their traditional roles back in the 60s. And let's just say they've taken a lot of advantage of that over the years. You know what I'm saying? I think you do. Midnight Runner 04 and Moki Alex in the building. Chaos for you. They've taken advantage of it. Now, whom is to blame for all of this stuff? Well, guys, hate to say it. Time to take the L. Us. We did it. Yep. We allowed this to happen. Now, not directly you and me, but our forefathers. My old man, my grandfather, my uncles, all that shit. Well, it's only fair that the women, and so they voted for all of this shit. And what do we have today? Just like some people. Hey, Ribby's great-grandfather. Ribby, the great-grandfather is here. We're to blame. Men are to blame, and other women who voted for this crap. Fast forward 50, I was born in 64, roughly 50, 60 years. What do we have today? Exactly what was expected to happen. Now, I'm not going to get the tinfoil hat. I'm not going to say anything. Undead Chronic is here, 1764. Hey, Chronic, the man, the legend. And you just posted a clip of you and Hammer the other night from talking about Walsh, I think. Thank you for that. Sorry I had to bail out, man. I was not good. And I'm not good right now. I think I'm finally catching the cold that's been teasing me for a few days here. We did this. Our forefathers did this. Our foremothers did this. This was allowed by us. And now, 60 years later, after our grandfathers and uncles and perhaps your father, older relatives are gone, we get the fruition of what they foolishly did. Now, what are you saying, Hamster? What are you saying? You want women back in the kitchen, tied to the kitchen and being pregnant and barefoot? No. Not at all. See, we would have fewer problems today had the girls taken the rights and not went absolute fucking apeshit. It took a while, didn't it? I mean, it wasn't immediate, although there was a lot of fuckery going on in the late 60s, early 70s. Once the chains that bound them to reality were ripped off, there was some pretty crazy shit going on for a while, and then it kind of backed off a little bit. Snakey is in the building, by the way. Undead Chronic. I want in the kid. Oh, you so bad, you woman hater, you. So the traditional roles of women were stripped away back in the 60s. 40, 50 years later, here we are. What do we have? What we have is out of control. That's what we have. Now, I am not necessarily blaming women. I'm certainly blaming feminists because that is just absolute freaking demon's work there. Feminists can just go out, jump in the sea somewhere and forget about it. Anyway, I think you know my opinion on the fembots. Of no use. Certainly not toward women's rights. Since 1978 in the United States. Eric Zombro is here, live from New York. Hey, Zombro, what's up? So we know what happened, and we know 50, 60 years went by. Now we're here. What to do? Well, excuse me. Now, there's no way the genie or the smoke in the genie bottle is going back in. What would be satisfactory to get men back on the plantation, so to speak? I don't know. First of all, we need to change the laws, divorce laws, child custody. Alimony is the patriarchal oppression of men, I suppose. Should have gone away a long time ago. Remember, alimony was for women who were stay-at-home mothers. Excuse me. Back in the day, they didn't have a job. They didn't have any skills. Probably didn't have much of an education. So if there was a divorce, well, the husband would have to support the old lady for perhaps an entire life. I don't know. But certainly for a time so she could get back on her feet, get a job, start getting back, get into the system to begin with. Because again, that was, weren't as many women in the workforce. Excuse me. Jesus. Excuse me. Might have been fair at some point. Yeah, she doesn't have a job. She stayed with the kids. She didn't work. She didn't get her career. Okay. Well, you got to do something, right? Because she can't even work, right? But that was then. This is now, guys. This is 2023, current year. There should be no alimony. Except maybe in the narrowest of circumstances. Literally, if she didn't work and was a stay-at-home mother, stayed with the kids and all. Okay. Yeah, maybe give her a year's worth of money or something. But not forever and ever and ever. Amen. What the hell is that? I mean, you're supporting her ass with money and you're not even getting any of the stinky poon. What sense does that make? Doesn't make any sense. So, of course, that sort of thing is an incentive for men to remain married. What incentive does a woman have to remain married in 2023? What incentive? I'm just curious. Oh, there isn't any. None. Marriage is a one-way contract, and it benefits only she. Doesn't benefit the kids, doesn't benefit the man, certainly. Her only. No matter what happens, she can punch out. I'm done. I'm tired of you. I want to get some of that undead chronic, hot beef injection. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Anything, gone, just like that. And you're going to be dragged through the system, the divorce industrial complex, as I put it, and you're going to be reamed. It's going to hurt. Now, but what about those women who don't want any? Yes, let's talk about the generalized version of this. There are certainly women who say, hey, take the kids. I don't want them. I don't want alimony. I just leave me alone. I want to be my own. Okay. Rare occurrence. Very, very rare. So what do we do about this? Well, change the law for one thing. Okay. So if they change the laws tomorrow, you still got an entire generation of garden tools out there. And that's not going to change for a very long time. You're not putting the genie back in the bottle. Now, there are some traditional women, so-called, popping up now and then. And, I'm going to be stay-at-home wife and stay-at-home girlfriend and all that. That's great. That's great. That's great. That's only very few. At least we know of. Now, I'm not saying all women are out there being garden tools. But the young ones, guys, these are feral, animal-like humans. They simply don't care. They don't see the consequences in the future. I mean, how many videos have we looked at? How many videos has Undead Chronic done about, there's no eggs left and I can't find a man, all the good men are taken, blah, 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 blah. That's the future consequence. It's like a smoker, really. It's like, well, I smoke cigarettes and I ain't dead yet of cancer. Well, in the future, you might be. See? It's a delayed consequence. Now, a lot of these Gen X, Gen Y, whatever the hell they are nowadays, they're seeing this. They're getting up to the wall and they're saying, oh my God, where are all the men? I got to have my eggs frozen, etc. But the young ones aren't. This is what let's see. One, my generation, 2, 3. This is the 4th or 5th generation of this bullshit. Where women are told you can do anything with no consequences to you. Well, what do you think people are going to do if there's no consequence? They're going to take advantage of it, aren't they? Again, not all, but a lot. I mean, look at TikTok. Look at some of the crap that some of these women are posting on TikTok. It's frightening, is what it is. Talking about, hosing down 3 guys in one night, so casual, like it's no big deal. Well, it isn't to them. They don't care. The consequences in the future. There's no immediate consequence. If you, for example, if you had the hot stove, you put your hand on it, but you didn't burn yourself until 15 years later, wouldn't be such a big deal to put your hand on the stove. You wouldn't care because it's delayed. It's in the future. See what I'm saying? Red Pill Pipe Hitter, hello. Hamster Chronic and Brothers, good evening. Good evening to you, sir. I am Silers here as well. And Prime, Easter Sunday is in the building. So, yeah, I mean, I've been thinking about this because I understand the angle that Matt Walsh is coming from. I mean, I don't think he's a bad man. I think he really misunderstands the situation when it comes to the dating scene. He's probably been out of it for 10 years, so he doesn't understand. And anyone who's been out of it for the last 10 years, I mean, it's night and day, with respect to how women are acting. And men, let's not leave the men are doing it as well. It's so different from 10 years ago, it's hard to even believe. But it is. TikTok, Tinder, whatever these freaking places are. OF, right? OF was certainly not a big deal a few years ago. Now, look what we have. You got the averagest of average chicks on there showing their cooters. And men are paying them. Unbelievable. The thirst is real, guys. Rick and Bastard. Matt Walsh disappointed me recently. Yeah. Well, I mean, Ben Shapiro basically did a similar discussion a couple days ago. Basically the same idea. He was talking about Tate and this and that, and men should get married and blah, 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 blah. Do these guys not know? I honestly don't know if they know. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Green Lord on his stream today. I asked several times to. Well, the thing is, excuse me. The thing is, Green Lord, it doesn't matter in a lot of states. If your wife goes out, gets knocked up by some other guy, you're still responsible for the child. A lot of people don't know that. But it's true. In many states, if your wife goes out and gets knocked up and has a baby, that baby's yours. Doesn't matter if it's yours or not. There you go. Fat Dog brings up an interesting point. Average chick on OF is not making any money. That's right. And this was my prediction a long time ago. Not on OF, but I said at some point in the past, if suddenly they made ladies of the evening legal, right? If they made it legal, no shame, no nothing, go do the price of that would go through the floor, right? Because all of a sudden it'd be a good idea and a lot of women would probably start doing that, right? Supply and demand. Now, there's a never-ending demand for that sort of thing, but there would be a limit. There'd be a hierarchy that got set up. And yeah, you could have the college girl from, Brigham Young or whatever. Oh yeah, I'm going to do some of that. And, getting paid $5 or $10. And they drop out. And eventually it would equalize at some level. And I think OF is that too. Even YouTube. Yeah, well, Pearly Things is getting $400,000 or $500,000 a year now. Okay. So there's going to be a lot of other women, a lot of other girls coming out there spitting red pill stuff. It's not going to work for them. See, it's a matter of timing. It's a matter of there was apparently a hole in the market and Pearly showed up at just the right time. Same with OF. The early adopters probably made a whole lot of money. Later adopters will not. It's not even going to be worth their time. And that's what we see happening, right, on OF. And again, it would be the same thing if they legalized the other thing. Yay. Rada's here, submissive wife, happy life. How are you, Rada? Lat QCD 92, way beyond what it's actually worth. Yeah. Yep. Well, I mean, it wasn't that long ago that there were women that were auctioning off their V for big money. There was some chick out of, I don't know, where was it? Brazil or somewhere? Got several $100,000 for the, because she was a virgin. Yeah. Whoop-de-doo, right? Undead Chronic could put a ring on that thing. Anyway, If I could just stop coughing and sneezing here, I'd be all right. OF is a no-brainer. She doesn't even need to. There you go. There was a hole in the manosphere. Now there's a lot of holes in lots of stinky tuna fish up here in the manosphere. You know? Yeah, I mean, it just, and again, me and Chronic and you guys have looked at it just out of nowhere. This latest round, I think, started with Rebecca Barrett, who hasn't done as well as Pearly and what's her face? She started doing the same kind of thing. Got a couple 100,000 subs, and then Pearly and Femme Sapien and I guess some other people probably just rolled in. I mean, look at what's her face? Haven't seen her for a long time. Daisy Cousins. You know, she's got a bunch of subs, hasn't done anything for a long time. Now I don't know what's going on with her. But again, she was more of a political sort of commenter with a little bit of men's stuff in there. You know, Elizabeth Hobson used to do, you know, men's rights stuff. Never got any traction. Not sure why. But I mean, she's working for the men's rights in England. You know, she's got maybe 50 subs. So it's just a little bit more than bizarre that Just Pearly, who, and again, I'm not slamming her, but I'm going to be, you know, completely honest. She's not that hot, you know. I mean, she's not saying anything that's all that new. You know, it's Rollo Tomasi, you know, 101. I mean, it's just the same general stuff. You know, nothing huge. So I don't know. I don't get it. There must have been some missing part. And she came in and filled it up. I don't know. Fat Dog says, saw Daisy Cousins in a live stream last week. But offline, we're wedding. Oh, she got married. Okay, well, good for her. Good for her. I mean, Sydney Watson would be another one. She's got several 100,000. But I mean, she's not really men's rights, more anti-fembot stuff to some degree. But she's, again, all women in some way are feminists with respect to women's rights. But the feminist movement is not about women's rights. We know that. It's about the Marxist destruction of this country. And it's been going pretty well. Easter Sunday, Pearl is a Midwestern white girl. And okay, well, maybe. But I mean, it's just interesting. You know, you think if you had some hot stuff or whatever, you know, some babe that was talking this, I don't know. Woot, I made it. Hey, Derpington. Yeah. Roma Arby's has started showing up on my recommended again. Yeah. Yeah, Roma's got 1.25 million. So, which is not surprising, really. She kind of is a little goofy. So I can see the appeal to some degree. But again, Roma's not really saying anything either. Nothing different. So, anyway, so what do we do? How do we get this thing under control? I don't know. It seems like no matter what you do, you want to oppress women, right? You say, maybe you shouldn't do this. Maybe you should ease off on the gas. You know what I'm saying? Go out and have your fun, I guess. But I mean, do you have to have 100 different guys? Really, what's the point? Why is that interesting? Excuse me. Now you can say, well, Hamster, why do some men go out? Well, some men, yes. Not all men. Most men are not getting laid. It's just that simple. Joel Syme is in the building. Hello. MTNTXII. Yeah. Definitely. I mean, she's got, somebody said, you know, the Richard Cooper soap boy. She's a walking red flag. Yeah, she is. And maybe that's part of the appeal of Pearly. You know, she really isn't. There really isn't anything there that screams ho, right? Or damaged or something. Just as you say, you know, some chick from Illinois or wherever she's from, and there you go. Finish it. Pearl is a clam in oyster's clothing. Nothing new. Yeah, well, there's nothing new, nothing original. Then again, we could say the same thing about us. We kind of say the same shit over and over again. But at least I'm a cute little hamster. That dog, I love women. I just want one in real life. I'm so past that. Yeah, I know. I mean, yeah, they're fun to be around. They can be, certainly. I mean, they smell nice. And they have a different way of looking at things. And I think that's the part that makes us complementary. Right? We complement each other. Men look at things a certain way. Women look at things another way. And the two shall come together, and there you go. Dr. Ginger Hammer. Yeah, that's me. That's right. Undead Chronic Son is in the building. Your dad's here somewhere, by the way. All right. Green Lord. I think they feel Pearly is attractive but attainable. She's guys running in the first because she isn't shadow banned, suppressed. Well, that's true. That's true. And again, I think her marketing and the way she's doing her channel is good. I see some people starting to pick that up. You do a live stream and you chop it up into 40 pieces and you post 3 of them a day. You're getting a lot of views. Collectively, you're probably getting the same number of views, but it seems like you're out there all the time with something new. And oh my God, look, she's got another video. Or even Sapien's doing these Sapien clips now. It's smart. It's a good way to go. It takes a lot of time. Now, Pearly, I understand, I think she has a production team that's their job is to cut this stuff up and post it. So she's the talent, so to speak, but then she's got this team in the background that does all these clips and all that stuff. It's pretty smart. Actually really smart. And she's probably going to pull in, $500,000 or more dollars a year or something on that order. And I mean, you'll notice with respect to Pearly and Sapien, they're everywhere. They're on, Jedediah Labila's show. They're on Coach Greg Adams. They're on this, that, and that, and everywhere. It's definitely they're definitely, what's the word I'm looking for? They're God, what could you say? Carpet bombing the internet. I suppose you could say. They're all over the place. I mean, I go in my thing, especially on the phone. The other one, I'm not subbed to any of them, so they don't show up. And on the phone, you kind of get random stuff everywhere you look. It's Pearly and Sapien everywhere. Roma Army comes up once in a while, but Pearly is just freaking everywhere. It's pretty amazing. Data Wasteland, hello. How are you, man? What's going on? Prime is here. Easter looking to Tate's pops. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. Yeah, well, she's certainly getting a lot of attention. I mean, she was just on again with Hafiz, right? I mean, they did. Remember that debate or whatever they did? And Hafiz, he's a spurg. And it was, yeah, they just did another one with on the Sauce channel, I think. I mean, good Lord. Like I said, everywhere. It's good. It's good marketing. Give her that. Everything's good, Data. I think I'm finally catching the cold that's been bothering me all weekend. So got a little bit of a little frog here. So, but I have a Guinness, so I'm happy. Yeah, short video is the latest thing on YouTube. Yeah, I'm a grumpy. Yep. And again, if you do a 2-hour stream, you can chop that up into 50 pieces, right? Kind of separated by topic, chop it. I mean, Hammerhand's been doing that too, chopping things up. A lot of people are starting to do that. Even Rollo, who did a 5-hour live stream on the Matt Walsh thing. I was trying to listen today. It's just like, Jesus Christ. 5 hours? That's good mother territory there. Shinobi Wan Kenobi. Paid for subs and paid for adverts. This chick is just using cat. She finds her. Well, maybe. Maybe. Because the way I look at it, this YouTube thing is a little weird. I mean, you can go on and you can find like Social Blade and see what people are up to on their channels and such like that. But I mean, you see someone with 1 million subs, for example, and their latest video only gets 1,000 views. Something's a little off. Even 10,000 views with 1 million subs, that's only 1%. I kind of look at it, I just pulling numbers out of the air. If you get 10% of your subs viewing your video, it's pretty good. You know, my case, if I get 1,400 people to click on the like or whatever, that's not bad. So if you have 1 million, you should be getting 100,000 per video, at least. And there are some guys on here, some of the guys who've been obviously shadow banned. That, you know, even Gone with John, you know, he's getting, 50 views. It's like, what the hell? How is that possible? You know, he's up to 12,000 subs. He ought to be getting about 1,200 views per video. Now, of course, that's not every video. Sometimes you just put out something that sucks and nobody likes it. Sure. R-Man is in the building. Hello. R-Man, how are you? Tight Garbage is here. Hello. Eventually see competition to keep that. Well, maybe. There's different platforms, etc. Some of them aren't so easy to use. I mean, YouTube still has, I think, pretty much under control. You know, it's easy. It used to be easier with Google Chat. You didn't have to have StreamYard. You could just do a Google Chat, just, send the link out and people got on. Then they whacked that, which was kind of silly. Why did they do that? It was so easy. You just clicked on it, send a link over to Undead or whatever. Boom, you're up in 2 minutes doing a stream. I don't know. Yeah. Tom Lightning, hello. How is it going? Yes, the ginger. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. Fat Dog says Rumble slowly catching up. Yeah, I can imagine. Sure. Yeah, and maybe that's why perhaps YouTube is trying to change their focus more to family-friendly, advertiser-friendly stuff. Like no swearing, they don't want anymore and stuff like that. If you're monetized, you're not supposed to swear, etc. Yeah. I don't know. It's I'm sure there's something going on. But I mean that'd be fine, Rumble or whatever. If they want to have uncensored content, sure. Yeah. So, yeah, it's hard to say. I don't know, but yeah, YouTube has been well for somebody, for a lot of people. Yeah, Chaos. I know. Discord. I hate it. But yeah, I have it. Oh, Tom Lightning, good to hear. Yeah, I have Discord. But geez, it gets into everything. And that stupid ding, ding, ding crap all the time. I'm old. I'm a boomer almost. So. Stray Cat was banned from Discord. How the hell did you get banned from Discord? How does that even happen? That's crazy. Finish it. Make it so RP types sign themselves up as a woman's. That's kind of an interesting. That's an interesting idea. Just call it, just pearly fangs or something, and see how many views you get as a dude trying to steal the spotlight from Pearly a little bit. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Now, how in the hell do you guys get kicked off of Discord? That almost seems impossible, man. How do you do that? Sergeant Grinch is here. Pimpin' Strags. Yep. Got no eggs, man. Should we do it? Do we want to hear it? I think we want to hear it.
Eggs. Empty egg carton. You don't have any eggs.
Oh, yeah. I got to get me one of those mixing boards with the buttons on them. so I can do that like Hammer does. That's fun. Get some sound effects, that kind of shit. Really put some production value into this. So maybe at some point I can get 14,110 subs. That would be great. Fat Dog, I can see banned from Discord, but not all of Discord. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what the hell Discord is. It's just a bunch of servers somewhere, right? You set up an account and then you can have your space, I guess. I don't know. Shinobi-Wan Kenobi gets more views on his duck videos than the rest of us put together. That's the way that works. Billy Von Baum needs to, yeah. Yeah, Billy Von Baum. Give me some no eggs. Stream Deck. I don't know. What? StreamYard? This is StreamYard. I did try to use the other one, whatever the hell that's called. OBS. I don't mind Linux, and we can talk geek here for a minute. But Linux is so different that it takes a while to get used to it, and OBS is just a little weird for me. I still have it, but I just StreamYard is just easier. You turn it on, you hit the thing, you write some stuff, and boom, you're running. Hamster applied the fourth law of thermodynamics to big tail impact in the economy, came with the number $600 billion negative cash flow of money going somewhere else. Wow. That's a chunk. That is definitely a chunk. Well, I mean, that's another thing is that, getting back to the garden tools, whatever, men are getting sick of this crap, and it's not just a few men here, bitter losers in their mother's basement, as they like to, pretend that we are. Excuse me. Men are starting to get the message. Slowly but surely, it's like, wait a minute, what the hell is going on here? Now, it could be because a lot of the younger guys, they've been raised with TikTok and Tinder and all this stuff, and they're going, what the hell is this? But as I kind of said earlier, I don't think the hoe genie is getting back in the bottle. I don't know how that's going to happen. Not in the current environment. It's just women are going to have to willingly want to not do that. En masse, so to speak. They got to stop it. And men have to do it too. Because if there weren't men that were hosing everything down, there wouldn't be garden tools, right? Well, not necessarily. They could be, bi-curious. That kind of thing. Yeah. 0.08% of the U.S. GDP. Yeah. Yep. YouTube is heavily controlled by the elites. Yeah. Yep. Yep. More than triple Twitter. Wow. Yeah. I'm guessing there are certain messages that people don't want out there. And I think that's certainly one of them. I mean, you could talk about the politics and all that stuff. But they really fear men who are actually waking up and understanding what's going on. Not just with respect to women and marriage and all that stuff, but the whole lot, the whole red pill for everything. And that's scary because for so many years, they've so easily pulled the wool over our eyes, or at least we let them pull the wool over our eyes, right? So, yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting thing to think about, I think. But I mean, as for marriage and Matt Walsh, dude, I just don't understand. I mean, I hope it never happens to the guy where he has to go through the system. I hope it never happens to him, or I hope it happens to no one. Unfortunately, it does to a lot of men and women. Some women get hosed over as well. But I mean, you got 50% divorce rate per year. 50%. In other words, for every 2 marriages, there's 1 divorce every year. That's insane. I think Hammer says in his stream here, 800,000 divorces last year. 800,000. That's nuts. So that would mean approximately 1.6 million couples got married. 800,000 got divorced. 2.4 million people had something like that happen to them, either married or divorced. That's crazy. It's crazy. And we all know the stats, right? 80% this and that. The problem is that the lives of kids and men and, frankly, women, totally effed up. Even if with shared parenting and shared custody and all that shit, it's still a big pain in the ass, It'd be a hell of a lot easier just to have men, women, kids, same place, everything's happy. Everyone's happy. So I don't know how to fix that. It's too easy to get out of it. It's way too easy to get into it, way too easy to get out of it. So unless that system is changed, I don't know what we're going to do. Chris Mitchell, only 1 million got married, 80%. I don't know if that's true. Maybe. It could be. The divorce statistic is a little bit misleading because it kind of makes it sound like, for every year, whatever. But it turns out it's roughly half of the marriage. The number of marriages cut in half is about the number of divorces per year. So, yeah, it's pretty scary. And of course, again, if you go out over time, there's going to be a lot more marriages than divorces. That. So, yeah, boy, I think it's coming on, boys. I think I'm getting sick. I can feel it. So let's look at the eggs. If you want to look at the eggs for a minute, yeah, let's see. Ed.
Has nothing to do with you.
Oh,
just the way that they think you should behave.
Just the way you are.
There's no such thing as a real man or a real woman. There's men and there's women.
Yeah. Pretty much. So, yeah, Hammer's stream was pretty good. And the one he did yesterday was fantastic on the Matt Walsh one. I had to listen to it a couple times to get through it because it was choice. It was really good. So go to Hammerhand. He's got both of those up there for you. Let's see. Chris Mitchell, been saying 50% only for the first 4 years. In the first 6, that number jumps to, really? Well, son of a bitch. I didn't know that. Wow. Huh. Interesting. What time is it? 9:23. Yeah, we'll do a few more minutes here. Then I better go to bed. Yeah, it's coming on. It's coming on. I think this is the link to Brew. Well, okay. Boy. That is a real beard. That's a beard, man. That's a Santa. That's Santa hammer. Hammer claws there. That's a righteous beard, baby. Yeah. Take a shot, hamster of what? I don't need a shot. What is this, Obi-Wan? Beta Wasteland. What is that? What are you guys posting? Puke and pass out? No. I think I'm just going to nurse my beer here for a little while and go to bed. Yeah, I knew it was coming. I knew it. I could tell over the weekend. Oh, well, I guess we'll probably survive. Have to get out some tea and have some soup and whatever. But for now, we're going to have some more Guinness. Yeah, baby. Lovely. Mile High Ronan says H2O and sleep. Yeah. Finish it. Cure for cancer, Hammy. Data shares good info. Oh. Shake it up. Yeah, no. It's not the coof. It isn't that. No, it's nothing close. It's just stuffed up. It's a cold. Like back in the old days where once in a while you'd catch a cold. Yeah, there you go. Ash Blackwind. Can't wait to watch Hammerhand stream on Matt. Yeah. Plus he made another one for Tim. Yep. Yesterday and today. So they're both up there. I think the Walsh one is at least a couple hours. And the Tim Pool one is as well, 2 hours. So yeah, it's good stuff. English breakfast tea. And hardwood. Well, you can you could probably skip the tea and just do the whiskey. Hair throat, yeah. It's just, it's one of those things. It happens. And I don't know. The weather has been warm here, so I don't know. Of course, weather really has nothing to do with you getting a cold. But, sometimes with a severe change in the weather, you can kind of upset your guts or whatever. I don't know. Brandy for your teething problems as a child. Uh-huh. Yeah, Grandma used to do that for us. Oh, come here, little hamster. Here, have a little bit of this. It's like, uh-huh. Right to bed. Earl Hamster and a fifth of 4 roses. Ooh, yeah, no. Ooh, man, I wouldn't want to do that. Guinness is approved by the Federal Drug Administration. Approved to cure colds, probably. Well, it should be. It's Irish heaven in a can, in this case. And I do like the stuff directly from Ireland myself. I think it's better. This isn't even the special export. The special export is actually pretty good too. Well, this is only 5.6% alcohol, so it's not really that heavy, which is nice. And I think it's got a nice flavor to it. Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, that's a good idea. I wash my hands all the time. Remember all the thing with the hoof? Wash your hands, do this, I wash my hands all the time. So that probably isn't it. But once in a while you forget. And it happens. Rickenbacker. Yep, had the thing. Uh-huh. Yep. Drink tea. It's not real beer until you make a meal out of it. Exactly. I mean, the Irish are not, they know how to make beer. I mean, Guinness is 17 what? It's been a long time. 1759. So I think the Irish, Sir Guinness figured it out. I'm sure he's a sir or something, right? It's got to be. Yeah, that's good. It's not vegetarian, though. Do you know that? They actually use fish bladders or something in the beer. I didn't know that. It's called isinglass. It's made out of fish bladders. So if you happen to be vegan or vegetarian or whatever, it's got animal products in there. But screw it. I don't care. I had some pork today, so I'm good with the meat. No problem. Yeah, let's see. Guinness has been deemed the solution to all issues previous to testing this hypothesis still currently undergoing. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. There's never been a paddy wagon full of Irish after having a ton of Guinness. No, it's never, ever happened. God. Yeah, I had to get one of the shots, unfortunately. It was that or they were going to fire your ass. So I went and got it. But I just got one. I actually had the hoof when it first arrived, like February of 2020, something like that. It was a bitch. Yeah, it was a week of kind of feeling really bad. Or it could have been just the regular flu. I don't know, but I'll chalk it up to the beer situation. Yeah, it was about a week. And then they started closing down everything, and it was work from home from there on out. And yeah, the company, I think we had till November 30th to get your thing, or you'd have to, maybe be let go. And so the way I looked at it is like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to go get this. I think it's garbage. But you got to do what you got to do, right? Unfortunately, I had to do it. And I thought, well, if there's we can't talk about it, but I figured I'm 50, almost 59 anyway. Whatever. That's all we can say about that before Yeah, I hear you. It's easy to say, Shinobi, but it's a lot harder to do. I get your point, but yeah. So, and it turned out like a week later, the government lifted the requirement, and so the company then lifted the requirement. The hell year was that? I guess 21. Yeah. God, time is going by so fast. Holy shit. It's almost the middle of February or February, January. It's the 10th of February. Have some more Guinness. Oh, yeah, hamster. Have another Guinness. You know, it's a third of the way through the month already. It's just like, Jesus, it was just New Year's Eve. What the hell? This is, by the way, this week is a Friday the 13th, if you're superstitious. Excuse me. Oh, my God. Damn, I bet you could taste that from where you were. You know, I'm wondering about that. I'm wondering. I can tell you this. The site where they put in the stuff, it fucking hurt. It was like a tetanus shot. It was pretty tough. And it hurt for a couple of weeks. So I don't know if I just got the placebo or not. Not sure about that. It could be. It's hard to say. But it was so weird because I just dropped in at this clinic and they didn't bill me. They didn't take any money. I guess it was free. Or, well, it wasn't free, but the government funded it. It's like, oh, okay. I was fired on Friday the 13th one time. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no. Nothing new here, Tom Lightning. Just the same old shit. I think I'm finally catching a cold that I've been kind of noticing for the past couple of days here. Fish Taco Tuesday turned into Blue Waffle Daily. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's probably what it was. Fat dog. Because I never did get a bill for it. And I honestly didn't know. Because I was avoiding it as long as I possibly could. And it was the last day of the month. So, yeah, I had to get one. But you can bet your ass I didn't get any more than that. No, thank you. Rickenbastard. Do you have a Rickenbacker guitar, Rickenbastard? Is that why your name is Rickenbastard? I think this administration is trying to force the coming of Christ because they seem to think they... Okay. All right. Oh, you have a V guitar? All right. Cool. Like a Flying V, Gibson Flying V? Nice. I have my Telecaster, which I like. Good guitar. More people are fired on Friday the 13th than any other day because it's the end of the paper. Well, I might tell you the story someday, but where I work, it's not the end of the pay period. It's different. But anyway, Rickenbacker does not make left-handed guitars. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Really? I always wanted a Rick, but they're kind of expensive. Let's see. JK Files were the trauma. Oh, really? Huh. I didn't see that with Tucker Carlson. No. But didn't they give us, 75 years before they unsealed it or something? Well, guess what? 75 years is coming soon, right? It's 1963, right? So that's what, 60 years? So 2035, right? 2038. We'll allegedly be able to, and I'm guessing they're going to put they're going to put another hold on it. Oh, no. We can't let the people see that. Right? Did he have a Rick? I thought he had a Hofner. He may have had a Rick. I think Tom Petty had a Rickenbacker. He had a 6-string Rickenbacker. Pretty nice. Come and gone. Uh-huh. 48 guitars. Son of a bitch. 8 Rickenbacker basses. Well, isn't that nice? Cool. I knew a guy once that had a bunch of guitars like that. He was kind of he was kind of an addict. He liked his guitars. I think he had some Ricks too. Yeah, I thought about it. Get the, what is it, Ricko sound, or what is the thing that they had? Their little, I think it was Ricko sound or something. And I think that, weren't they made in Chicago? Maybe. I thought they were made in Chicago. Oh, it was Beatles Wings had a Rick. Oh, okay. Yeah, nice guitars. Yeah. I mean, weren't the Rickenbackers? They were the Birds. Didn't the Birds do Rickenbackers? The jangling of the guitar, I think. Hello, Frost. Yeah. That's a lot of guitars. I just have 2, 3. Got the Telly, got the Ibanez bass, and I've got a Mitchell 6-string over here. I go top shelf, baby. Those Mitchells, Hey, for the money, they're not bad. It's $100. It's pretty good. It's good enough to play around with. Oh, okay. The fourth knobs you can turn off and on for the bass to be lower. The sound, yeah, the old, okay, yeah. Yeah, I thought it was like Ricko sound or some shit like that. I was reading. Yeah, Frost is here. Hello. Paul McCartney's bass was painted all weird for Magical Mystery Tour. Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought didn't George do a Rick as well? I think George had a Rick. I think Lennon had his, he really liked his Gibsons, I think. Gibson E, whatever it was, 235 or something. You're in YouTube jail, Frost? Come on now. What'd you do? What did you do? Chris Mitchell, I might be easy, but I'm not cheap. Well, opinions vary. Should we have a call in quick? What the hell? We will. I'd have to run to the bathroom though. I'm feeling a little bit. You know. Rick and Bastard 4003. Beautiful bass. One of these days I'm getting one. Yeah, I would like to. They're kind of pricey, and I think they're hard to get. They're not necessarily easy to get. You can plug into 2 amps, a guitar, and a bass. Oh, okay, good. Oh, so you get more of a jangly sound from the bass? Nice. Awesome. Yeah, I just have my, what do I have? I've got a Fender something. A Donkey? Fender Donkey amp or something. And I've got a Vox guitar, 2 Vox guitar amps. One of them's the what's it called? Gee. What is it called? Well, it's a Vox, and it's not a real tube amp. I think it's got a tube preamp or tube output. I'm not sure. But then I got the real deal. I got a Vox AC15 with tubes and all that. It's really lovely. I might have to sell it, though. I never freaking play the damn thing. It's terrible. Let's see. Yeah, me too. I still have to do some shit. Work. It's terrible. But they pay me, so what are you going to do?
And sometimes we conduct ourselves poorly.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time, what's going on out here in the ether, this is a manipulation.
In the ether? Oh, Hammer, baby. Talk to me dirty.
Don't think for a second that this is not a manipulation to drive you away from them and them away from you.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And now that you've gotten this fucking far apart and ain't no babies being born, everybody else is like, we didn't really think that they would keep their dicks in their pants. Uh-huh.
I didn't think they'd be checking out because of that sweet, steaky tuna fish. How could they possibly resist it? Oh, how did they ever figure out how to do that? There's a reason, perhaps, why the ladies of the night aren't legal. Have you ever thought about that? Results oriented. Hello, results. RO is here. Now, I'm not going to pass out. I just feel suddenly really freaking weird. So, it's not from the beer. I've only had one, actually a half of one. So I'm fine. It is delicious, but yeah, the stomach is starting to get weird. Yeah, I know. I'm going down. I'm going down. All right. What's Hammer have to
Didn't
say?
really think that.
Oh,
Thanos snap feminism. 304. 304, a 3-piece with 4 pence.
did someone say no eggs?
Talk about no eggs.
No eggs. Empty egg carton. You don't have any eggs. No eggs. Empty egg carton. You don't have any eggs.
I got to get me something like that. I got to get one of those soundboards like Hammer has and start doing that kind of stuff. That's fun. I like it. Sorry, I'm a guitar geek. Hey, there's nothing wrong with being a guitar geek. I love them. I love the Ibanez bass is, I talked about it the other night. It's the through neck. It's not the bolt on. Just, what a sweet piece of ass, man. It's wonderful guitar. I wish I could play it as good as it looks, and it is, but I keep trying. No, I do not do any medication if I don't have to. Like I said, it just started coming like an hour ago. It's like all of a sudden sneeze, cough, eyes rolling, snot. Yeah, whatever. That is catchy as hell. It is. It's fun. My channel just has me playing guitar. So cool. You have a channel. All right. Rickin Bastard 4003. Go ahead there and look. No, sir. I am just catching a regular old normal cold, like we used to get a couple of years ago before they, God, you still got to watch what you say, don't you? Frost is definitely has made streams happen. Oh. Well, Frost, why'd you get banned? What the hell did you do? God almighty. I was just going to go to your channel, for crying out loud. We're going to do some of your stuff. No, now you're banned. Jeez. What's the channel? Is it just Frost? Hamster Kush would be that sneaky Indo that's... Oh, come on now. You would never do that. Yeah, hamster. Mm-hmm. Colds aren't normal. Shoot the... Oh, stop it now. Oh, did some wrench put in? Oh, goody. There you go, Rick. Your channel has been shared on the stream. Maybe we'll try to go there. Want to see some guitars. Oh, best soundboard for PC. Oh, okay. So what's it called? Frost? What do you do over there? What's your deal? Oh, it's Hermit. Oh, okay. Jesus. Oh, Hermit. Did you go to Hawaii yet? Did you move there? I didn't know it was Hermit. Yeah, you're always in YouTube jail, Hermit. What the hell? You're just a bad person. That's what I'm saying. So do you actually have stuff on your channel or not? Is it Frost or is it Hermit? Let's see here. Well, let me look here. Frosty Hermit. Frost. Doomsday Preppers featuring. Oh, is this you? I know you. 1.22 million subs? Holy shit. Really? Wow. This must be a different Frost. Let's see. What is it? Hermit? Is it Happy Humble Hermit? Is that you? There's no table. Well, it could be. Seems like I remember this person. I don't know if that's you or not. Well, maybe I'll look in the chat and see if you're still here. H.H. Frost. Yeah. Happy Hermit or Humble Hermit? What is it? Wait a minute. You have a Sydney MGTOW. Okay, what's the channel? That happened today, right? It's in the chat. Well, okay, I'm sure it is, but Frost at what? Oh, there it is. Frost _99. Okay, hold on. Frost or 099. All right, hold on. What can we find here? Frost. 84 subs. Okay. Videos. Men aren't protecting women anymore. Is this it? Oh, it's Tim. It's Tim again. Oh, it's okay. All right. Hold on. Yeah. All right. Whoops. Copy at the point. All right. We'll share this. All right. Thank you. Thank you for the content. Yeah, Sydney MGTOW. I haven't heard from him for a long time. Good Lord. Where the hell is he?
I've
Where's
come
he
out
been?
and said it like, I want to be protected. I want to be loved. I don't want to be out here doing this alone. I don't want to be fighting these demons and ghouls alone. Like,
so all you
it
need to
sucks.
do is
I'm
just tell
scared.
people not to
I
hurt
actually
you.
am scared. I'm scared I'm going to get killed.
I think a lot of people have a.
Mm-hmm. Okay, purple sweetheart.
I mean, I'd say her fears are irrational. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'd say. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Pretty irrational. She's not going to get killed.
So we got Frost here, Hermit. We've got one Fast Dak, and somewhere in here is Sydney MGTOW. I don't know who these other. I can't see on the screen. For some reason, my resolution is really shit here.
Like, she's not gonna fucking
have to
like.
I mean, people will definitely think it.
There he is.
Yeah, people will think it, but nobody's gonna do it unless she's like walking around at 7 Mile and Chalmers in Detroit. Yeah, it'll probably happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this kind of thing. This is the kind of thing that like TV shows like Law and Order SVU like to make you think happens on a regular, everyday basis
Yeah.
all around the country.
Yeah, this is Tim Pool's bullshit about how those evil men didn't step up and take their own lives in their own hands to save some woman
all around the world.
Wah.
But actually not really as frequently as the media likes to portray it as such.
I mean, it's a natural instinct for men to do that. I'm sorry. You can deny it all day, but it is natural to see someone, even another man. It's just that's what we do. You know, a dude's in trouble, a woman's in trouble, kid's in trouble. So I think it says a lot about our society when this woman was being attacked and nobody even bothered. I mean, that's crazy.
Definitely
Well,
not.
you have all these women where they're like, I should be able to dress however I want and I shouldn't have to worry about anything happening to me. It's like, yeah, in a perfect utopia.
Yeah, the utopia. Right. Well, I mean, that's what their delusional minds are telling them. That if we just did this and we just did that, and we just did this and thus and such, everything would be perfect. That would be great. Just tell those people not to do those things. Right. Yeah, that's always worked with criminals. You go up to someone who's a serial killer. Hey, you shouldn't do that. That's really not. Oh, yeah. You're right. Yeah, I shouldn't do that. I won't do that no more. Right.
You're right. But that's like me going down to Detroit because I'm in Michigan near Detroit.
8 Mile, bro.
And
8
wearing a Rolex, wearing a big fucking chain and $100
No
bill.
wonder you want to go to Hawaii. You fucking Detroit.
It's
Oh
falling
my
out of
God.
my pocket. Obviously, something bad's going to happen to me.
Bro, yeah, I live in Atlanta, and the girl I used to date last lived down in a very bad part of the city, and I'm surprised this day my ass didn't at the very least get carjacked.
See you later, Data
I've heard of
Wasteland.
Atlanta. Ooh.
Dude, I
SCE
remember I
is
got
here.
lost
Hey.
at 7 Mile and Chalmers in Detroit. Scariest fucking thing ever. If you guys don't know anything, Google that. It's like it looks like the apocalypse hit that area.
Ooh, yeah.
Like you will not get out of your car and walk around the block.
I mean, I've been to Detroit. Went around some of the. Man, it's tough. I mean, the people of Detroit, decent, wonderful people, but man, that city just went to hell. Just when the car companies moved out and all that stuff, it's sad, is what it is. Really is.
Well, you could buy a house for like $200 in Detroit, can't you?
Yeah,
True.
but that's because like you'll die if you ever go outside. And on Devil's Night, they'd be setting houses on fire.
Wow.
Oh, is that like Halloween or the day after Halloween or whatever? Jesus.
Terrence Pop talked about this because he's in Michigan. He's about 40 minutes away from me, and you could literally just sit on your roof and watch like the fires off in the distance.
Yeah, I heard that.
Wow.
Yeah, I heard that stream. Yeah.
Well, what's with you guys?
I'm gonna play some more though, guys.
Yeah.
Problem
Right.
facing
More
that
Tim
darkness,
Pool.
and they choose to just turn away. I think a lot of our society
get
has
what you're
promoted
saying.
like widespread
I've
I've had a lot
nihilism
of
as well.
fathers, tell me they can't look.
Well,
They
it's
can't look at what I'm
ridiculous.
thinking about, what I'm talking about, what I'm posting.
What? What are you talking about there, Purple? What's the? I mean, welcome from 1983. What the hell are these shoulder pads going
But
on?
I don't want
Must
to.
be the new thing. Everything old is new again.
You struck something in me, Tim, and I don't want to forget it.
Yeah, that's
do-
very 80s. That whole outfit there.
You understand why people are very skeptical of these stories.
Yeah.
You should be a little, but not to
Okay.
the point where you harass survivors. What can I do as a survivor, as a
Who harasses survivors? Who does that? Purple. Point those people out to us so we can shame them as well. Who are these people? Or is this just another anecdote?
public survivor and as an advocate to at least
But here's the thing: women lie so much, you automatically can't take them serious.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
we have all these stories.
Well, I was talking to a in a chat on a different video. I was talking to this woman who claimed she was attacked like that, and I was skeptical. And it turns out it actually did happen. So I mean, not all women are lying about this stuff. Probably most of them aren't, but there are some that do for reasons. I'll leave it at that.
of these chicks lying, and they're like, "I swear to God, it's for real this time,"
Yeah,
and then
it's
you
for real
find
this
out it
time.
was all bullshit.
Yeah.
Let me point this out too. Notice her language. Notice how she's making it all about herself as a woman.
Yeah.
She's saying, "What can I do
Dude.
as a survivor? What can I do? How does this affect me?"
Yeah. You got
No,
that right.
never once does she mention.
Now, I also had a Stratocaster Rickenbacker. I got the American Strat. It was a red one, really nice looking guitar. I didn't like it all that much. I'm not sure how to explain it. I gave it to a guy in the band because he needed a guitar. It's like, go ahead and take it. Right? It's a $200-300 guitar. I mean, it's not hugely expensive, but he likes it. I mean, he makes that thing scream. So it just didn't work for me. I don't know how to explain it. The Telecaster, on the other hand, is just perfect. I can't think of a better freaking guitar, to be honest with you. Fat Dog, you know what happened last time.
Yeah, we got in trouble.
How could you? How are you, man? What's up?
I'm doing all right. Yeah, I happened to catch that Tim Pool thing last week. I wasn't quite sure what to make of this woman.
This purple-haired chick?
Yeah, she's an advocate against sexual trafficking of women.
Well, I
That's
mean,
just-
can
and then
I ask the question, though, Fat?
Sure, go ahead.
Who in the hell isn't against that? Seriously.
Yeah, well, she's an advocate for him. She deals with them all the time.
Oh, she
And then-
does. She does act does work with. Okay, good.
Yeah, and then she you get later in the show, she talks about how it was she was involved in had been trafficked, which sort of makes sense.
That's terrible. That's awful.
And then but I've stumbled across a bunch of these where these girls talk about being trafficked. I'm going, I'm not so sure that was trafficking. I think that's like saying you opened your OnlyFans account and then OnlyFans
Be careful.
trafficked me.
Hey, careful. Careful. Just use friendly words and euphemisms where possible. No, I hear you. I mean, that's an awful thing. And we don't know the situation. Let's be honest. We're men. It's probably never going to happen to us.
Just take them at what they say and move on.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say? I just really think, I really think it would take a psychotic person to make this kind of shit up, to say that it happened when it really didn't. But there are some psychos out there.
Well,
we both know.
So when you have law enforcement to investigate these things.
Well, that was the thing with this woman on this other chat. She claimed that these things happened to her, and she also claimed she went to the police and she used the standard phrasing. You know what I'm saying, boys, etc. Right?
Right.
And immediately the red flag went up for me. It's like, oh, come on, stop it. They did not do that. That's not what happens in the United States. You go in, they're going to take you seriously. There are, these SVU, special victims. There are specialists in police departments. There should be more, if there aren't everywhere, that deal with this kind of crime, as it should be. Because it's a unique situation. I mean, you have to admit that. I mean, most men are never going to know about this unless you go to prison.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
the local police department has a woman that specializes in dealing with those cases.
Yeah.
I've talked with her. I can't say what she said about it because it would get us kicked off of YouTube. So
we can't. Yeah, we don't want to say that. But I mean, there certainly should be somebody like that, some specifically trained professional to do this sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So when these women come in and report, they can feel as comfortable as they can, and get their story in there, get the report logged, and try to get the scumbag in jail.
Yep.
That's the way I look at it. I mean, there's nothing we can do, because I even heard it today on some stream. Well, XYZ's never reported. I can't help with that. There's nothing I can do if somebody doesn't call the police. It's the only way you're going to get these guys in the courtroom and get them in jail. So if these women are not reporting these things, what the hell can I do? Right?
Right.
And so if there is a barrier, is what I'm saying. If there's a barrier in the way that women who are victims of this are afraid to go to the police because they're just a bunch of men and they don't understand, well, maybe we ought to spend some money on that. Get these specially trained females, probably, that understand how this stuff works.
That's what the officer here is. It's a woman. So if you go to the police here, you're going to deal with one of the women detectives, the one specifically assigned to this sort of stuff.
Right. And I think that should be a standard thing in police departments.
And I just saw over in the chat that my local football team lost 65-7.
Yeah. Which football team?
TCU lost to Georgia 65-7.
Oh, 65-7?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Texas Christian?
Yeah.
Oh,
over in Fort Worth.
Oh, that's a bad day.
Yeah, that's a bad day.
Wow. So Georgia Tech, or who was it?
I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. I just saw Greenland posted it in the chat.
Okay. Wow. That wouldn't be a good. What did they put the girls out there on the team? Texas Christian. I did a video a few weeks ago about some doctor woman who couldn't get her abortion training at Texas Christian. I don't know if you saw that or not.
No, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah. It was like, well, okay. We can't really be a full gynecologist if we don't know how to do that. So I had to take classes on the weekend from another. Okay. Yeah, it's always something, man. All right, let's go on with
society or men or anything but herself as a woman.
Hold on, guys. We got one more special guest. We got Successful Endeavors. What's up, man?
See, SCE comes on every freaking channel but mine, Fat Dog. He doesn't come on my channel. He goes everywhere else, though. What did I do? Did I piss him off?
You must have, because he's not showing up on your channel.
He never. Well, we did an after party the other night. He was on, but he's in the chat. Son of a gun. He never comes on my show. Let's see if he's here. Wait a minute. Oh no, I can't do that. I'm in the StreamYard. So what else is new with you, sir?
Nothing really new to report here. Just another day of the week, you know.
Yeah.
When you're a semi-retired old guy, your clock only measure time by days.
We had I took some time off over Christmas, man. I was in bed like 15 hours a day. I was just, oh my God, it was terrible.
That's kind of normal for me these days. Like about 10 hours a normal day for being in bed.
Yeah.
Then I'll wake up, pull out the tablet, and check email and do some surfing, and then finally crawl my lazy butt out of bed.
Stench and Hammer. You people are weird. I like women. Oh, I like women too. Women are cool. I especially like women that they smell nice, you know. I like that. That's me. You still like women, don't you? Or are you one of those misogynists?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, I still like women. Like I said, as long as they're not in my life every day, I'm good.
Well, I mean, we're about the same age. It's like, do we really need any of that trouble anymore?
Yeah, I'm too old for all that, you know.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, at this point, it's like, why?
well, I mentioned on the forum today, my brother's, he's 12 years older than me, and he's gone back to dating. I don't know if I'd want to be doing that in my mid-70s, but whatever.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I mean, if you know, a woman came along and everything was cool, yeah, you know, probably go hang out, but nothing serious, you know, no marriage.
Yeah,
I don't. Why the hell would you do that?
I don't think he's going to have anything serious. I think it's just going to be dating.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I mean,
he wound up back on the scene after his second wife passed away a couple of years ago.
Oh wow, yeah, that would suck. That would suck. Yeah, that does happen. What she cancer or something or?
She had cancer. It'd been in remission. She'd been getting some surgery, some special surgery done. I don't really know what it was. It's just that my brother was talking to her one evening. She was going to check out of the hospital the next day. He left her there, went home, and got a phone call from the hospital that she just passed away. I mean, he literally just drove him from the hospital to the house when his phone rang.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I think I mentioned my mother just passed a couple of months ago. Okay. And it's literally just like that. Just boom, you're gone. That's it.
Yeah. Well,
so
my mother had a stroke and went into a coma, and then was in a coma for 3 months before passing away.
Yeah.
Problem was I was a young kid when that happened.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, I was 18.
Well, my old man, last time he was in the hospital, they found cancer.
Right.
So he's got lung cancer apparently. But I mean, the guy he's fucking old, man. You know, he's almost 88.
Yeah, well, my dad had lung cancer and later prostate cancer, and I think he was 69, 70 when he finally passed away from prostate cancer.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it is said that most men will get it. It doesn't necessarily mean it's fatal, but most people get some kind of stuff happening down there.
Right.
But yeah, and he doesn't want any treatment. You know, he's ready. He's like, screw this. I'm 88. I've had enough. You know, really.
Yeah, you know, I've known people that way. It's just I'm just not going to go through with it.
Yeah, and you know, I understand to some degree. I mean, if he were 50 or 45, yeah, I might go, hey, you know, Dad, you might want to think about that. But
right,
still his life. I mean, even if he is 45, I got cancer. I'm not going to do anything. But okay.
Well, I was going to say a friend of mine's wife went through that, and she decided that she didn't want to do the chemo.
Yep.
And so I think she was like 47 or 48 when she passed away.
Oh man. I worked with a guy who got this liver cancer. And the weirdest thing, the healthiest guy you'd ever want to meet.
Right. No
smoking, you know, not a heavy drinker, you know, physically, you know, fine. And he got this weird ass cancer on his liver. And they had to take him to Mayo Clinic, you know, which is one of the top places in the world. And they had to do this really nasty surgery to kind of get the stuff out of there.
Right.
And it was successful, but not enough. Right.
Right.
And so they put him on chemo and all that other shit. And he eventually died. But man, he's a young guy too. 53.
That happens. That
Yeah.
happens. I mean, one last story. A friend of mine down in South Texas, the business partners that were going to loan him money said, we need to make certain that you're in good shape. You need to go through this big physical. And
Sure.
he went over to MD Anderson, and they did this big physical on him, said you're in perfect top shape. And he got the multi-million-dollar loan from his partners and started the business. And within about 3 months, he was in a hospital with a strange form of intestine cancer.
Really?
And he was able to last about another 9 months or so before passing away.
Wow.
At which point the business came apart because he was the only one driving it, really.
I mean, you just never know, right? This
Right.
stuff can just boom, pop up.
Yep.
You know, like my mother broke her leg 2 weeks later. No particular reason. You know, she didn't have anything really wrong with her. Just that was it. You know, when your time's up, it's up. That's it.
Yep.
Iridium Kush is in the chat. Who wants to come in? Frost, hello.
Yo, what's up?
Hey, you guys keep everybody company. I got to go get another beer and take a whiz quick. All right.
All right.
Oh, so we've got another one in here. How's it
Yeah,
going,
what's
guy?
up, man? I'm Frost.
Yeah, I'm fat.
Nice to meet you. Hey, Hamster,
fat and
you gotta
Frost.
you gotta go to the part when Sydney MGTOW first joins. That's the best part. Because
Okay.
you see me in the chat, and I think it's one of the guys fucking with me. I'm like, there's no way that's actually Sydney MGTOW. That's got to be one of the guys trolling me. And then I dropped the link, and he came on, and it was pretty sweet.
Let's see. Fast forwarding it here.
No, it's back.
It's part at the
Oh, it's
beginning.
back. Oh.
Yeah, not like directly in the beginning, but
Maybe right in here.
yeah, there
Only
he is.
against the establishment if you're not playing ball with.
There's the ginger baldy guy right there.
Yeah, and I got to do a shout out to SCE because I guess SCE texted him, and then next thing you know, he joined. So that was really cool.
Well, SCE, he joins everybody's streams but mine. So it's the way that is. All right, I'll be right back. You guys, you want me to just play the video or you want to talk?
You can play it. Well, I can't stay on long. I just wanted to tell you where the best part of the video was.
All right. So it's somewhere in like 30 minutes or
Don't
so?
need no man unless it's right around when he joins.
Okay. Let's see here. All right. Oh, he's
Yeah,
here
about
now,
right here.
so- All right. You guys can chat amongst yourself. I'll play the video. I'll be right back.
How did you
What's happening?
discover my little channel out of all things?
You have a friend in who follows you who DM'd me and let me know that you mentioned myself in Better Bachelor. So I thought I'd jump in and say hi.
Cool.
man,
Yeah,
good
dude.
to see you,
I
sir.
used to watch you all the time back in the day
Yeah.
when you were making videos. Big fan, dude.
You can
tell
I'm totally
fanboying out right now too.
Right.
Yeah, me too, definitely. Good to see you.
Yeah, well, I haven't had a man. I've had so much stuff going on the last 4 years. Obviously, there was all the Rona bullshit, and man, I've been working my ass off and lost a bunch of money in the because I've been obviously like buying and holding crypto, and then when it all dumped, I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
But
me
I've actually been learning to trade technical analysis. So
Okay.
if you guys want, let me know, and there's a free 2-day boot camp next weekend, 6 hours in total, talking about technical analysis. So you're more than welcome to jump on that.
Hell yeah, dude.
But yeah, I've been
I
deep in
never-
that space.
I never really got into the crypto thing. I would watch people like talk about it and stuff, but like I'm barely smart enough to get a stream going, so I figured I'd just leave the YouTube stuff. I mean the crypto stuff to other people.
Yeah.
I think
Mr.
it's super
Pliskin's right. He
easy,
says
as long as you can
I was
identify
geeking out.
patterns. Once you know,
Yep.
That's how I
fundamentals
felt when
of
I met
technical analysis, which are
TFM
actually
too.
really super simple. It's really, really easy to trade. I stay away from buying and selling these days. I just place like market orders for either a short position or a long position because I can relatively accurately predict where the market's going to head. So that's the way that I tend to do it.
And they only put it in for like 15 or 30 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, so that's with what's called a scalp trade. But like I've got one at the moment that's been consolidating for about a day and a half now. and I use this thing called VemaTrader, which is really, really good. Or if you guys in the US, probably NinjaTrader would be more suitable. There's a guy called Brian who's in the US that does a lot of the calls for TA as well in this community. And he's fucking good. Like he's pretty much makes a living off it, bought his whole family houses so they could retire. And yeah, he's been teaching us how, and it's been really, 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 really good. Definitely heading in a fantastic direction. And I haven't had to put a lot of money in either. Invested like $500, and I've got a portfolio of about 7,000, 8,000 in USDT now. So I've just been trading my way up and increasing my pool, just percentage point by percentage point.
So, Sydney, what do you think about this topic? Why men aren't helping women anymore?
Well, it's pretty simple. They told.
Oh, my bad, dude.
Well,
I was just wondering if anything changed since last time you covered this topic.
Look, I think when it comes to extreme situations, guys are very, very wary. I think all of us have got a built-in instinct to protect people that are being hurt, but we also, now that you've sort of got that layer on top where we're instinctively wary of such things, where we don't actually want to be worse off for, I guess, tending to our instincts by way of a response in that way.
I mean, that is our instinct, though, isn't it, guys?
Yeah. Instinct.
James, dude, I was totally geeking out when Sydney joined. It was kind of like I talked to TFM once for a little bit on Yeetus' stream because I helped get TFM on for Yeetus' stream.
Oh, no kidding.
And I was like totally geeking out, dude, because like a lot of these guys I look up to. Like I've been watching Sydney MGTOW's videos forever. I've been watching TFM forever. I've been watching Hammerhand forever. I've been watching Chronic forever. So it's like anytime a guy like that jumps on a stream, it's almost like,
what am I, chopped liver here? You know, hey, come on.
No, you're cool too.
I get no respect over here, you know. Just kidding. I'm just giving you a hard time. Go ahead.
I know.
Wait a minute. Is Shinobi Wan available for a chat? What do you think? Should we invite Shinobi?
Yeah, Shinobi's cool.
Come on, Shinobi Wan. Anyone who wants
probably
to
get a legendary speech.
Well, we're gonna get a poem or something. He's gonna write something for us. That's the way he is. If he joins, he might not have his microphone because he has to get hamsters to run on a wheel to charge up his phone. I mean, it's one of those things. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I mean, I think Sydney. I think I was on a stream with him with Chronic or something like that.
Yeah, I remember that one stream way back in the day. It was like Sydney, Sandman, TFM, Chronic, Hammerhand, even Coach Greg Adams. Oh yeah, Pop was there too. I think that was a long time ago. That was a legendary stream though.
Like one of the War Band streams or something like that, probably.
No, I think it was on Sydney's channel, but there was like a ton of Manosphere content creators on it, like all of the big guys. And I forget how many years ago it was, but it was a great stream. I sent it to Real Talk earlier because I don't think he's seen that one before.
So it was on Sydney's channel. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I used to watch him all the time. He hasn't had anything on for a long time. What's the deal? Did he say anything?
I got to jump out for a minute. My phone's acting up. I'll be right back.
Okay. I don't know. Fat, do you ever watch Sydney? Fat? Oh no, Fat is muted. He's probably getting a beer or he fell asleep, you know, being the old man that he is and everything.
So I think a lot of guys can sort of tell. Like if I saw this purple-haired chick in the Timcast, like I saw her the other day, if you actually go to her website, ncose.org, it's just like a total hit piece on Andrew Tate, and based in Washington, D.C. It's completely politically motivated. It's so obvious. Like it's so obvious. And it just, as soon as you go in, it's got a massive, like big splash screen. It goes, "Have you been sexually exploited by Andrew Tate? We want to hear from you for a class action." It's like, yeah. Okay.
Really?
So you're just fielding people for money so you can make money from lawyers. Like this chick may as well be Megan Rapinoe. They've got this.
Personally, I know a lot of people. Well, like whatever you think about Andrew Tate, a lot of people don't like him.
So, Hamster, real quick,
Personally, I
what
don't
is
think
what
he's-
is your thought on the whole Andrew Tate thing?
I think I said it this morning or this afternoon. It's like, if they got something on the guy, charge him. Quit fucking around.
Yeah,
if
I
they have
agree.
the-
If he's guilty, sure, throw the book at him. And I don't agree with everything he says, but I definitely think they're trying to make an example out of him.
Bandit is here. Hello. Yeah, he's the tallest blade of grass currently.
Yeah, he's got too much clout. He's reaching too many people, and they see it's a threat, whether you like the guy or not, and they're like, fuck that, we got to do something about this.
Channel 1-800-TUM is here. Hey.
If anybody else got that big too, they would do the same thing. Say Hammer got as big as Andrew Tate or any other name, they would do the exact same thing. I think they would dig up whatever they could to throw the book at them because it's too much of a threat, because they know young men are beat down more than they've ever been, so they can't have strong masculine role models to look up to. That's why they just don't like the manosphere in general.
Yeah, I mean, they yeeted him from everything on the internet, right? They did the whole works.
Yeah, he's off everything.
Yeah, and then everybody started paying attention, and then he was everywhere. So they actually made it worse in their eyes.
Well, yeah, it's one of those situations where you try to get rid of him, but it backfires, and you kind of make the dude into a martyr.
Yep.
So they would have been better just leaving it alone. So, like, if they don't have any real evidence on him and he doesn't go to jail for this, they're pretty much going to make him way bigger than ever before.
Yep.
So they really have to find something or they're fucked. They're going to turn the dude into a martyr.
I mean, we don't have to get out the tinfoil hats here, but our government has influence with Romanians. Come on.
Yeah, didn't our government tell the Romanian government to do something about this?
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they did.
But it was really odd. They they arrested his ass. I mean, it's the pizza gave him away. I mean, for God's sake.
Oh, come on. The pizza didn't give him away. They knew he was in the country.
Everybody, they know who comes into their country.
Yeah, they know who comes in and who
he's got
doesn't.
a big compound. They know exactly where he is.
Oh, my God. Look who's here.
SCE, what up?
Hey.
Yeah, how's it going?
He just had to come in and prove me wrong, didn't you? Right?
I can go.
Hello?
You there?
Yeah, I'm here. I said I can go if you want.
No. Please, talk. No, stay. Please. It's always lovely to have you in the stream, sir.
Andrew Tate is basically milking this for all that it's worth. Now, him getting sent to the hospital, yeah, I see them as trying to get rid of him by any means possible. But he's publicizing every bit of this to milk as much of it as he can off of it.
Sure.
He is basically, he's not representative of the manosphere as a whole, just his little niche part of it. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I would say one of the bad things about Andrew Tate is the normies probably look at him and they think the whole entire manosphere is like that and has his beliefs. And what they don't get is, like, us MGTOW guys are a lot different. Yeah, we believe some of the stuff he believes, but we also have a lot different beliefs too.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Hey, Bandit, Tim Pool did a stream about some woman that was being attacked and nobody helped her. Was it New York, or what was the deal there, Frost?
Well, Tim Pool was basically just talking about multiple different stories. Like, he brought up the train incident and a few other incidents. And, it's true. Men aren't protecting women anymore. And why would we? We be the hero. We be the good Samaritan. And then we either die or end up in prison. And I'm not trying to fucking go to prison for these girls.
Right.
There was a story I seen the other day. This girl was drowning. This guy jumped in the water to save her. And then she sues him.
Yeah, that's why guys are not reaching out and helping.
Yeah, it's like, fuck it, I'm gonna let you drown.
It's not my problem.
And I mean, that is against the natural makeup of men.
In
Wasn't
order
it?
to give her CPR, he basically had to crush her sternum, which broke her ribs, and that's what she was suing him for.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, would you rather have broken ribs or be dead?
I would take the broken ribs.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Even if it's like a broken arm or anything, at least you're still fucking breathing air.
Yeah,
And then you have that one guy that tried to help a woman with her car and then got accused of rape.
Yep.
And then the only thing that saved him was the camera.
Yep, I remember that.
Yep.
That was in England, I think. Yeah.
Oh, did you guys hear about in Britain that guy got in trouble for catcalling a woman?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they're doing some weird shit in Scotland as well with the identification. There's some who God only knows what the hell's going on in Scotland. Really. So
yeah, like if it had been, in terms of stopping and helping a woman, I just kind of wrote that off about 15 years ago, about 2005. I said, there's no way, because that's about the time I first started hearing guys pulling over and helping a woman change a tire or something, and then next thing you know, she's claiming he raped her.
I remember seeing one where the guy, he helped her with his car or something. I think it was England. And I don't know if I think he asked her out or something after he fixed the car, and she accused him of rape.
That's the one I was talking about.
Yeah.
He helped with the car, he got it fixed, and then he asked her out because she thought she looked good, and then next thing you know, he raped me, and it's like, what the fuck? I just fixed your car, got you out of a sticky situation, and now you're trying to ruin my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a guy in England who was on a subway, and what happened is that they had videotapes of him where he passed by this girl, and she said that he physically assaulted her. And I mean, it shows clearly that he passed by her with like less than 3 seconds being anywhere near her.
Yep.
They said that, he physically grabbed her and groped her. And it's like, if it hadn't been for the video proof of him not doing anything, this guy would be in prison.
Yeah, I mean, the guy didn't pass any within 3-4 feet of this woman. Not even close. And she accused him of assault. It's like, what are you talking about? All right. So somebody named Scott Heron is trying to get in here, but your device isn't connected. So you gotta connect your devices. Yeah.
But
I don't know.
I would say this is one of the most epic streams, dude. I was not expecting Sydney to just pop up in the chat.
Yeah, he popped up and then I contacted him, okay?
Damn, so he just popped up like I thought you texted him and then he came.
After he had already gotten in. He did the same thing whenever Black Wolf and I were streaming. He just popped in there.
Oh, that's cool.
Man, you have contacts there, SCE. You're the master wrench. There's no question about that. You guys can talk. Feel free
so that helps.
To have everybody's number and email and stuff.
Yep.
Well, yeah, that's why we call him the Master Wrench.
He is the master.
He kind of reminds me of like Nick Fury working behind the scenes in like the Marvel movies. I'm putting together a team.
So what's your take on this Matt Walsh shit for SCE?
Yeah, like I said, it's not that illustrious. I wish that it was.
So what's your take on the Matt Walsh marriage stuff? What's your call on that?
What an absolute moron. I mean, damn. You couldn't have done this at any more of a blue-pilled perspective than what he just did. And I mean, wow, this is just another agent of the plantation as far as I'm concerned. He's almost as bad as the pickup artist.
Did you watch him at all, like normally, or?
No, I've seen this, and also like Benny Johnson does the same thing. Josh Hawley, they're all like that. As a matter of fact, me and Hammerhand had a discussion about that. These guys, they're almost, and then you've got the all these chameleons that are coming in here, and they've got all these power riders behind them. It's like, yeah, this is all a scam to them. To us, this is like real life. We're not wanting to live on the edge. We're just here.
Yeah.
But to them, it's all a grift. This is all a game to them. And it's like, my life is not a game to you. Sorry. It is what it is.
You're probably talking about Pearly and those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your take on that? Just a grift or what?
Yeah, all of them. Just a grift. This is all chameleon stuff. They really couldn't give a shit about men.
Well, yeah, look at who they're working with. Every single one of these chameleons were talking to like Rolo and Fresh and Fit and learning all this shit. And most guys are still hopeful. So they see a they're not, these girls aren't like super hot or anything, but they look like an attainable woman that your average guy could get.
Yeah.
And then they start spitting red pill talking points. And then the guys that still have hope that not all women are like that are like, holy shit. And they're like, take my money. And then next thing you know, they're just feeding on simp blood.
I mean,
Okay.
what invigorates a man or gets in his brainstem to give these people money? Where does that come from? Why? I don't get that.
Validation.
So they get a hit of dopamine or whatever because the endorphins flow.
That has to be
Not
it.
only that, they get like a dopamine dump, whenever they hear a female voice, because it's like some of these guys, they just get so hard up and lonely that, just the sound of a woman talking to them and actually being nice to them, it's something that, it's akin to like cocaine. And they just get that much of, a validation hit off of this. But, I've got to give a shout out to somebody here that
Go ahead. Sure.
I don't know if you saw this the other day, but Iridium Kush had a stream with Ali Drummond. You know her as Real Femme Sapien.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I mean, he was calm, he was collected. She just absolutely lost her shit, pardon my language, on screen. And I mean, she went, off the rails like 3 or 4 different times. And he goes, hey, I'm talking to you peacefully and calmly, and you're using, all these emotional arguments, and I'm just trying to have a conversation with you. And then she puts out a video that says, avoid these kind of men. And it's like,
I think I saw that.
SCE, I thought you watched my channel, you bastard.
I do.
I had Kush on and we did the whole thing a couple days ago.
I just, like I said, I've got to give a shout out to him. It's like, I watched his stuff, and it's like, it was good that you had him on the stream. I'm not going to deny that. But I mean, I watched his stuff over and over again. It's like, wow, he really just tore her up. And then when I heard you on this, him on the show with you, it's like, then he proved it even more.
Yeah.
When he was able to stop and just analyze it, it's like, this was like a John Madden play-by-play where it's just like, boom, he went in right here, and this is where he just tore her up. It was awesome.
That was a
Well,
lot of fun.
She's probably never been called out like that before. And then it got to the point where she was trying to like shame him and say like, oh, you're unattractive and stuff. And it's like, well, now you're just like trying to shame me and call me names and stuff just because I'm ruining your grift. So yeah, I will give Kush some credit for that.
Yeah, I thought he was okay. I'm sorry, SC. Go ahead.
When they've lost the argument, the first thing that they go to is, the shaming, as far as like, she's going to use his looks as a way to detract from her inability to argue the points. I mean, Chronic does the same thing. Whenever he uses these arguments, he gets them all emotional and everything. And I mean, that's when he goes in there and just totally eviscerates them. And Chronic has been known to do that time and time again, where he'll just get them so emotionally wound up, and then he goes in for the kill. And that's what makes it hilarious, because
those are the best streams too.
Those are the best streams.
Everybody loves seeing Chronic roast a soy boy alive. So,
oh yeah, he had the one chick on there with the boob pictures and all that. Oh my god, that was brilliant. He just destroyed her. It didn't take long for the mask to fall off that one. Remember that one? Angela something or Andrea or whatever. No?
Yeah, I think the chick that sent her booby pictures to Hormaxer.
Right, yeah, Hormaxer, right.
It's like, how are you going to send your boob pics to the grossest, greasiest, weirdest fucking dude in the manosphere? He's like, there's videos of him like doing stuff with where he should be locked up. And it's like, you send pictures of your melons to that guy. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yep. Yeah. Chronic had a day with that one. That was pretty good.
Oh yeah, he was having a blast.
But I mean, you could hear her just falling apart. She started out all kind of nice and, oh, hey, I love the manosphere and all this shit. And boom, like 5 minutes later, she's, you fucking assholes, blah, 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 blah. It's crazy. Actually, Chronic had Femme Sapien on once too. You guys know that?
Yeah, I seen that. She was actually pretty civil when she called in too.
Yeah, I was there. I was on the stream. Yeah.
And it's funny because Chronic was like roasting her husband and stuff, and then she joined.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then she was like all civil, which I didn't want her to be because I wanted to see her get roasted. But
yeah, that was interesting. She almost got Hammerhand.
Yeah, good thing he didn't go on there.
No, he was on. It was me and Chronic and Hammer.
Yeah, I remember Hammer was on there, but I remember he was talking about going on her show or something, and then he decided not to because he's seeing her for what she really was.
Yep. But I mean, initially the conversation, he's like, maybe she's not so bad. But turned out no. She's probably one of the worst chameleons, to be honest with you.
Well, after she said that she's not red pill anymore, she doesn't get as many views as she did.
Well, I mean, she's not wrong all the time, but she's something about her though. She's got this attitude. Am I wrong, SCE? She's just something there. I don't know what it is.
Well, I can tell you who's no longer red pill anymore, and that would be Nora Mary Vincent.
I'm not sure if I know who that one is.
That's the one that pretended to be a man and unfortunately passed away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The one that heated.
I think she got some kind of disease or some crazy shit. She self-deleted. I think.
But isn't it funny that Femme Sapien says she's red pill, and then she uses all these red pill talking points. She gets 100,000 subs, and then all of a sudden, I'm not red pill anymore, guys. It's like you just fucking said that shit to tell everybody what they wanted to hear, and now that you hit your 100,000 subs, you're gonna try to distance yourself, even though you used the red pill wave to fucking build up your channel, and now you want to get away from it.
It's a scam. It's a grip.
Yeah,
it's a grift. And is she doing the wife lessons, or is that Pearly? I don't know.
I think they're both doing it.
Some kind of, and me and Kush kind of fried her. It's like, you're 27. You're a child. What the hell do you know? Really?
Well, yeah. And here's the thing. Isn't she married for like a year or two?
A year.
So it's like you're married for a year, and then you want to fucking tell people, like, you want to sell lessons how to get married, but it's like, you've been married for a year. That's like me going to the gym for a week, and then it's like, I'm going to tell you how to lose weight and get in shape, even though I've only gone for a week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Listen, I'm sure that her first husband thought that, everything was going to be forever between the two of them as well. So, that's the whole thing is I don't believe anything that any of them say. Never listen to what they say. Always watch their actions. And their actions speak far louder than their words.
Hey, what's up?
So I don't give them, I really don't think too much about whatever they have to say. I just think that they're just in here to grift, and that's just my opinion. But it's like, until somebody can prove me wrong, I'm going to go ahead and stick with that.
Look who's here. It's
what's up, Kush?
Iridium.
Hey, what's up? Hey, everybody. Frost. Is that Fat Dog? Is that your real name?
Yeah. It's my real name.
Of course it is.
I don't think I've met you before. SC, Hamster, good to see everybody.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Good. Just finished a stream myself, doing a financial stream. I do those every Monday, so I was.
Yeah, somebody talking. I can't hear him.
It was Kush talking.
Yeah, that was Kush talking.
Yeah, it's me.
Can you hear him, SCE?
I hear him now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
you hear me good? All right. Yeah, I was just doing I just finished up my financial stream, and I was just popping in here for a few seconds. But I saw you were talking about chameleons and grifters. So yeah, we had some fun last week.
Actually,
Hamster
we were
and I.
talking about you 5 minutes ago.
I'm sorry?
Said we were just talking about you 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I was listening. Oh, maybe I came on just after it, maybe. Because I just started making comments maybe like just after you came on. So I did not hear the gist of what you guys said.
Oh, we were just saying that obviously Real Femme Sapien convinced you should get on the plantation. So obviously.
she was successful. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, if that's wedding advice, if that woman's giving out wedding advice, I pity anyone. The funny thing is, I look at that video and see the comments. I mean, all of the simps and the white knights have made the comments on that video that she clipped of that encounter with me. You should go and see it. It's just pathetic.
That was an
Way I
interesting
commented
stream.
on that video, I go, you guys are just attacking the way he looks because you guys don't really have a good argument.
Bingo. That's it right there.
What I couldn't understand is how she thought she could give advice with only a year of experience.
Well, that's what I got her on. Said, hey, you got a year's worth of experience. How come you're an expert in doing that?
Yep, like I said, that's like me going to the gym for a week and then trying to teach people how to get in shape. I know I can only do 10 push-ups, but I'm going to show you guys how to build your dream physique. And it's like, no, it don't work that way.
No.
Well, Kush, when she started attacking your looks, that's when you knew that she had lost all the arguments because then she's going in on personal attacks against you personally because she's lost the ability to carry any type of formal thought which could be used to present her case. So as soon as she started attacking you on your physical,
I knew that. Yeah. Oh yeah,
I mean,
I knew that.
You were making fun of her big time for that, and it's like, and you did it calmly. Hey, I'm not raising my voice to you. I'm not talking bad about you. It's like I was laughing my ass off right then because that was just so funny.
Well, I know I'm not a bad-looking dude, so it's like, what the fuck?
Well, you're my type, big boy.
What do you mean?
He's messing with you.
I'm messing with you.
Yeah. You could say what you want. I don't mind, but yeah, I figured you guys were talking about that, so
Yeah, before that we were watching, I had Sydney MGTOW on a stream, and so we were watching that a little bit, and then I think Hamster brought up the Femme Sapien.
Yeah, that was pretty priceless. I'm still I just so many people analyze that, and I saw it. It's just like I never want to watch that again because I had to listen to that woman talk for like almost a half an hour with my headphones on, and I pity anybody who has to do that. I seriously pity that woman's husband. I couldn't imagine. I spoke to her for 10 minutes maybe. And I couldn't imagine spending like any amount of time with her, like just any period of time with her and listen to that voice and listen to that attitude like that. You got to be kidding me.
No,
I don't know how you stand that.
Kush, you need to download that video. You need to download her response video because this probably won't be the only time that you'll have some type of interaction with her. And the simple fact that she made the video saying, don't be like this guy. I care. That was a setup for a rematch right there. And it's like the best thing that you can do, the absolute best thing is to, download this, make files of it. And, you can use this by establishing a pattern. And you can say, hey, look, she's going to tell you, don't be like me. Well, I'm telling you, don't be like her. And here's why. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh yeah, I'll eventually, I'll imagine I'll be able to do that, and yeah, it's pretty funny. And then I guess the chick Alice apparently restreamed one of my videos where I roasted her too. So I guess Alice is jealous of me or something. And
I mean, Alice is low-hanging fruit though. She's like basically a toothless trailer park whore.
Well, I don't even care about her. It's like you said, she's not even a threat. I don't even care.
Who the hell is Alice? I'm sorry.
Alice, she's like this like trailer park like thought in Georgia. She like wears these like stainless steel grills because she has no teeth because like from smoking meth or whatever.
Oh God.
And I guess she got in a big debate. Somehow she's got a thing in for good mother.
Yeah.
And
sir.
Yeah. And she's got a thing in with good mother, and it's part of that. And I think maybe I become collateral. She thinks she can she thinks that somehow by like attack, like going after me, she could get to good mother, and it's like, no, because I don't even give a shit about you, lady. Like I seriously do not care about you. It's like, okay.
But I gotta jump off, guys.
Yeah. The other thing that like messed me up is like when Femme Sapien says she's like looking at my content and stuff. That's kind of weirded me out too.
Yeah, that was kind of creepy. Hey Frost. Now
he dropped off.
Ah, crap. Well, I was going to ask him about the strikes that he got from Susan. Oh well, I'll talk to him later about it.
Oh, did you get more strikes or something?
Yeah,
apparently
probably.
they're making up stories about him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's Island Hermit, right? That's the original guy's name, and it's Frost. I think he got yeeted from YouTube for whatever.
Well, I know one of his original channel got yeeted, but I don't want to speak on his behalf. He can tell his story.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what happened, but I don't want to be talking about him while he's not here. Yep. Yeah,
I don't know. Sidney MGTOW was doing stuff on the regular. He was pretty much daily, and he just kind of went away. SCE, you know anything about that?
Who was that? Sorry.
Sidney MGTOW.
Oh, yeah.
Sidney wound up going to school and getting 2 degrees in cybersecurity, and he's been working the cybersecurity end of it, and then he's also been doing this whole crypto thing. So,
he's doing crypto as well. Okay.
Yeah. So, he's been busy with things, that don't involve MGTOW. Hey, it's like there was no money in it. Nobody's really making any money at this. So, like, he's got bills to pay too. So, just had to take care of business, and it's like, hey, same thing with Black Wolf. He had to go take care of things. So it's like that's what I see a lot of these guys doing is that they drop out of the sphere just so they can handle their business, and it's like got no problems with anybody who does that. It's just
right.
It is what it is.
You got to take care of your own shit. I mean, that's nobody's going to take care of men. We got to do it ourselves, right? Yeah, and I think that's how we prefer it, actually.
Yeah, well, shit happens, and you got to take care of business.
Yeah, Scott Heron is in the bullpen here, but Scott, it says your devices aren't connected, so I can't really get you on here. So if you can hook up a microphone and headphones and all that shit, give that a shot, and then we'll try to get you on. Anyway, yeah, Sidney was one of the first guys I think I started watching. Certainly, he was good. He's good, and he probably still is. But yeah, it's good that he popped on to Island Hermit's stream. He's a good guy,
and good whatever it happens to be for anyone else that's somewhere else in the world that's not morning or not afternoon right now. I just wanted to make a really quick video and let you guys all know that I'm okay and what I've been up to and where I've been. I know it's been a long time since I've made any videos. I've been up to a lot. So I've been working a hell of a lot. I have been compiling content for 3 or 4 books that I'm currently putting together. I know that's a huge undertaking and a lot to do, but I have a lot to say on a particular topic, and I don't believe you can really properly cover everything on the topic that I'm covering all in one go without making it like War and Peace 2.0. So I really want to make it something that is digestible, but in particular niches, and it's going to be as a series. But
is he writing a book, SE, like about men stuff, or he's got some other ideas?
Yeah, that's something you'd have to ask him about. I don't know,
because I know Hammer's doing some stuff with comic books and various things like that, and other books. He's trying to get that going. So I wonder what Sidney's doing here. I don't know. He's Australian, right?
Yep.
I think. So he was like a security guard because he always talked about going to a show and doing that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's how he pretty much made his money, is doing, a lot of bouncer stuff, being a security. And, that's what led into the cybersecurity end of things, because that's where he saw that the money was. So that's what he was doing.
So he's doing like Surfshark or something like that, or some IT crap, or what?
That's what I gather. I mean, your guess is as good as mine on that.
And then you say he's into crypto as well.
Yep.
He's
Who
not
is it
going to be
into
a crypto bro, is he?
Who is it into crypto?
I'm not.
I'm not.
yet.
I'm not sure I'm going to after, FTX and everything else is like, I see crypto as being kind of like the baby steps into, the whole, universal basic income, but that's just my opinions on that. So,
Well, I tinkered around with crypto by when they put a crypto ATM in the convenience store I always stopped at, so I'd throw a 20 in there and buy a few Bitcoins. Of course, that was back when Bitcoins were cheap.
Yeah, I mean, I might throw a couple of bucks at it, but it's certainly not going to be the retirement plan for me.
Oh no, I'd probably put $200 in it and pull about $3,000 back. So,
I mean, Kush knows all about this stuff. He's got a stream every Monday about this kind of stuff.
My advice on crypto is don't. If you don't hold it in your hand, it don't exist. That's my attitude about it.
Yeah, you keep it on your local wallet.
Because I invest in precious metals. I bought I've been a coin collector since I was in my early 20s. So,
numismatic or just for the value of the material?
But yes. How's that for an answer? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I have American Eagles in.
Yeah, I bought like 10 ounces of silver today. Just
right.
Oh, okay.
Purchased a bunch of Eagles, maple leafs, that kind of thing.
So what's an ounce? About $20 or what?
$30, $35
now. Okay.
Yep.
I mean, that's a good. What, $300? I mean, that's a good deal.
Yeah.
Or you can go buy some gold, and it's last time I looked was 18 something.
1,600. It's about 1,600 an ounce.
16 an ounce. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So I bought some gold as well. You guys know I got plenty of gold though.
We know you have plenty of Kush. Let's bring Scott Heron in. Hello, Scott.
Dr. Maxwell von Hamster.
Hello. How are you?
Can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you just fine. You're talking to some big dudes. We got the master wrench in the building.
I am on my knees proselytizing in front of you.
Oh. Okay.
Is that the word? I'm just like I'm proud to be here.
Well, thank you. Good to hear. Well, what do you have to say tonight, Scott?
Man, what would you like to hear?
Well, whatever's on your mind.
Shit. To be honest with you, sir, I'm just what do you call it when you're just like blasted with star material and you're just like don't know what to say?
I don't know. Starstruck, maybe?
Yes, that's what I'm looking for. That's it. I'm going to be honest with you. I've been drinking a little bit. I've been smoking a little bit. Undead Chronic is one of my people. So I'm just here. I want to be here.
All right. Well, I'm glad you stopped by, man. Thank you. You want to say anything to anybody here?
Let's see. Fat Dog, I've never seen you before. I don't know who you are.
Yeah, I don't get on a lot of streams. Usually just here with Hamster.
Right on. Successful endeavors. I've seen you from Chronic's chat. I did a lot of. I've watched a lot of Undead Chronic. Iridium Kush. I've never seen you before. I don't know who you are.
Yeah, I'm a content creator, fairly new, but I'm an OG MGTOW. But I've been in this space for probably about I want to say 8 months or so. But I've been an OG MGTOW for 27 years. So
27 years.
Yes.
Holy shit. That is a long time.
'Tis indeed.
It is. Well, hey, Scott, thank you for coming by. Come in another night. You take care. Thanks. Okay. Well, somebody had a little bit too much to drink there, but hey, Scott, no worries about it. Just come in some other time when you're a little more sober. Because I know you hate that iridium. I know you do.
Well, no, I don't mind it as long as he's being nice.
No, he's cool. He's all right. But I mean, we do have a show to do here. So if we got undead chronic, I want to smoke his bowl. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. Scott, hey, no worries, man. Just giving you a hard time. But next time we do a chronic stream, come in the chat. Maybe we'll get you on, or Hammerhand, or whatever. Hey, this is one big happy family here, right? We're all men. Cheers. Well, most of us are men. I don't know. I could be a male hamster. All right, go ahead.
That's probably going to be late 2022 or early 2023 before that happens. So what else have I been up to? I have been still working in security. I'm working across 2 venues now.
Mm-hmm.
That's been keeping me very, very busy.
Well, I mean, is he a big dude, SCE? Is he like, bouncer type large man or what?
He's about 6'5", 6'4", 6'5", something like that.
No shit. Really?
Holy crap.
You'd never know that just by, because, holy shit. Well, I mean, you guys know, Hammerhand's a fucking monster. He's like 6'7". He's a huge man.
Crap.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's a big guy.
That's a guy I can look up to. I'm
Damn
6'4".
right. I think we all can.
Well, I'm 6'4", so,
Holy crap.
I'm only 5.
I'm 6'2", and that, I mean, he broods over me.
Hammer, yeah, he's a big, gentle giant, that guy. I love the man. He's really great.
Yep.
Got to meet him in Louisville
corn
once.
bots in here.
What? I'm sorry. Well, we
You
got corn.
corn bots in here.
Oh, well, we're making it. Then we got the corn bots.
It looks
Block
like
user. There we go. All right.
I don't know if you noticed. It looked like Chronic released a video on the Matt Walsh incident.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I just noticed that. I'm putting it on my list to watch after I get out of here.
So if one of you guys could go whack the sex bots, that'd be great. I tried to, but it wasn't letting me. So, yeah. No, I mean, yeah. Me and Hammer got together like a year ago, Thanksgiving, in Louisville. Yeah, he's a good man. He's a good guy. So I'm happy to know him. He's really a good guy.
He's been following Hammer's channel for a long time, and like to see some of the people he's talked to over the years.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He's he's really doing some great stuff here lately. He's really coming out of his shell, so to speak. He's really going. So damn, he's getting a lot of freaking cash as well. I mean, that's good.
Well, I was remember watching when he was recording it on his phone in a car.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think we actually recorded something. I think I put it on my channel somewhere. But we were just shooting the shit in his car,
right?
And we were outside some Chinese place. I got lost, by the way, in Louisville. It was funny. He's like, okay, go over here and go over there. And it's like, fuck. I ended up downtown Louisville. It's like, what the fuck? Where am I? Hammer? What am I doing here? Oh, you stupid. You got to go this way. Like, okay. Yeah.
There's some parts of Louisville you don't want to get lost in, man.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Well, this place was over in the suburbs somewhere. I'm not sure where the hell it was. It was like, one of the suburbs, I guess. But yeah, no, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. I actually met him. That's cool when you meet somebody in person,
Yeah.
Never did meet Chronic because he hates me. But
yeah, you can spend time chatting with people online and even cam to cam, and it's still a different experience when you actually meet them in person.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And Shinobi Wan's here. Hello, Shinobi. How are you, man? How's the Ducks?
Yo, +1 shield, my brothers.
How are you, man?
Hey, Shinobi.
Hey there. It's very good here, except we're suffering a terrible storm, and the deluge, I fear, has started. I have you lot sitting on some frozen fish cakes to keep my equipment cool, but I fear that I am running out of time. So I might be very brief, my brothers. I've prepared for you something a little special. My brothers, we often speak of taking out the evil tyrants and ridding our fair world of injustice, righting the realm with systems of our own design to create a better world made by the people, for the people, not ruled over or governed strictly like we are infants, babies, unable to live a good, just, and kind life. We think, we feel, and we are free men. Sometimes, late at night, in the darkness, we speak of the plan that we need and we should all agree on to get us towards our greatest future. Yet the plan eludes us, or hasn't been spoken aloud with the many. Of course, we welcome the new. We open eyes and awaken souls every day. It is our unending mission, for which we will never tire of. When the evils in this world do not sleep, we must work ever harder to accomplish what we want done. So, the plan. What is it? Who has it? When do we enact such a systematic, well thought out planned process? Well, I'll tell you now. I don't know. I do not know, and I am fairly sure no one does. We all have a burning ambition to make this planet a wonderful place, full of joy and happiness. Yet there is no plan. No well-known plan, that is. We need the plan more than ever, right now. While more and more men join our ranks and achieve waking up in today's tyrannical world, I say we take a moment of time out of our daily lives to have a little think. A think about what we can actually do, what we can actually accomplish. We know what we want in the end. For now, though, we are just at the beginning. So, my brothers, I will see you all on the battlefield. Trust no one, believe nothing, and a question everything. Shinobi 1, Alto.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And Shinobi just dropped like that, too.
He just came in to deliver his sermon and move on.
I mean, that's the great part about, doing these kind of stuff, little open line stuff. You get so much talent. You get so many people with different ideas. It's beautiful. I love it. Speaking of beautiful ideas, we were going to get 25-year-old incel grandpa in, but just dropped. So call it again. Yeah, well, thanks, Shinobi. That was wonderful. And, of course, Shinobi has a channel, and the ducks are waterproof, so you don't have to worry about that. They're going to be fine. Oh, God. All right. Let me turn myself down here a little bit, and let's go here again.
And I've also been trading and investing in crypto, and not in the typical buy and sell kind of way, but I have been learning technical analysis and been learning a hell of a lot about that, which has been incredibly insightful for me, and it's also given me a lot of optimism for my future.
Now, I mean, Kush, you know this stuff. How do you buy crypto? I mean, if I wanted to go buy Bitcoin, how do you do it? I don't know. Oh,
I can tell you how I did it.
All right,
put a $20 bill in the Bitcoin ATM.
Oh,
okay. And then scan the barcode into the wallet on my phone.
Really? Okay.
And then
that's it.
That's it. And then next time I was downtown, I decided I wanted to stop and get dinner. Pulled into a barbecue place that's got an ATM. The exact opposite. Brought up my wallet on my phone and scanned it into the ATM, and then you have to wait about 10 minutes for it to clear the blockchain, and then it threw out $100 for me to have dinner on.
SCE, you do any of this stuff?
I'm kind of leery of the Bitcoin exchanges.
Yeah, me too.
There's been a lot of them that have been less than reputable. So I am still in like a wait and see, but it's like the less that I have time to invest into this, it's like I see it as, kind of a mixed blessing. I mean, it's got its good points, but it's definitely got its bad points. So I'm leery of it, but I would like to know more about it. But until I know more, I'm not going to sink my money into it until I've got like a better picture on things.
Well, I mean, I think Fat Dog might have the idea. Throw a 20 in there, see what the hell happens.
Yeah, I never put serious money. It's not where my retirement funds in. My retirement funds are over at Fidelity.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm living off of coming out of Fidelity. But no, this is walking around money. There's probably $400 or $500 that I put in originally, and it's worth $8,000 or $10,000 now.
No, I mean, I wish 8 years ago I would have tossed like a couple thousand into the fucking Bitcoin.
And the key is keep your don't put it in an exchange. Keep the have your own personal wallet. You can be on your phone, or you can have backup copy of it on a thumbstick, so that you've got physical access to it. You're not waiting on some crypto exchange that can go bankrupt, or who knows. There's so many other ways if it's an online account that can be hacked.
Yeah, well, they can just hack your phone now. All they got to do is just push their phone up against yours, and I mean, they only have to be like within 10 feet of you, and they can read everything on your phone and get all of your information just by being in proximity to you.
Well, I mean, the government sees everything you're doing. Come on.
Yeah, the thing for me is if it's not in your hot little hand, it doesn't exist. I
tend to agree with you, Kush. I want it so I can.
That's been mine with Bitcoin and with the precious metals. If it's the precious metals are not in my safe, I don't have it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, the old man gave me some bucks, right? So it's in a secret hiding place in the in the apartment. But it's cash in your hand. There it is.
Right.
So it's just something a little weird about having your cash on a freaking thumb drive. I don't know. That's different. Again, we're old school though. Fat. I mean, we're old guys, right? We remember cash. You peel out the money and all that. Yeah, these new kids, it's not really even a thing with them. Cash is almost what the hell are we doing that for?
It was like standing in a grocery store and watching someone write a check for their groceries.
Yeah. It's like, what? I mean, I even sometimes forget how to sign my name at this point. I never write, never have a check or anything. It's crazy.
The biggest problem I had coming out of the lockdown, I'd forgotten the pin on my ATM card, so I couldn't use it for anything. I had to get another card issued so I could.
Beavis Jones says, I like EMP proof money. I agree.
Yes, that's what I was going to talk about. EMP is, yeah.
Well, that's why you don't have much money invested in it. You don't have millions of dollars invested in your Bitcoin. You just have a few hundred.
Oh, like you said, Fat. It's like walking around money. I got a couple of bucks. Whatever.
Yeah, the biggest thing here is you just got to know where the ATMs are, so you can go put money in and pull them out.
I mean, I've seen those ATMs. I didn't know you could actually buy Bitcoin. I thought you were just withdrawing, but you can buy it. Huh?
There's some withdrawal onlys, and then there's some that you can buy. If you go over to one of the search sites that shows the maps, you'll find them. I mean, I didn't know you could buy them on an ATM until this one showed up sitting in the middle of the convenience store. I stopped at all the time.
I remember that. Now that I think about that, I did see that recently on an ATM that you can actually withdraw Bitcoin. You can do that. Yeah.
Yeah. This one you could go put money in, and just like you were doing a normal deposit, and then up on the display comes a QR code that you scan with your phone to transfer it to your wallet.
Invisible Rabbit says old folks don't get peer-to-peer power. You're right. We're all old fucks on this channel right now. Me and Fat Dog, I think, are the same age. Kush, you're a little younger, but SCE, what are you? You're in your 40s, or where are you at?
I'm a couple of years older than you.
Almost 60 then.
Yeah, see, I'm 62, so.
Yeah, 50. I'll be 59 this year.
So, well, I'm the youngest one here.
Yeah, you're like almost 50, right?
I turned 50 March 1st.
All right. Well, congratulations. Happy birthday. Early.
No, I'm going to be 49 until 11:59 on February 28th. And most people think that I look 10 to 15 years younger than I do. So I'm rolling with that, man.
But I would guess 35 is what I would say. 35, 6, somewhere in there.
I can't believe it when people tell me that. And that's the age I get all the time. And from men and from women, both.
I mean, up until I was about 40 or 45, I used to get carded all the time for beer and smokes and everything.
Oh, yeah. I get carded in my 30s all the time.
I look younger than I am, actually.
Yeah.
At least I used to. And then I look at my old man, and it's like he was looking young until a couple of years ago, and just boom. It just, whoa.
Well, the other thing about me, too, is I don't have any gray hair. If you look.
Yeah, you're like a ginger, aren't you?
Yeah. I don't have much gray hair. So
you got those funky roach clip glasses, though. What's up with that? Just for fun? Put your roaches up there? Yeah.
Yeah. I just got those. They're one of like 3 pairs of prescription glasses I have. I have to wear them though.
Yeah, I need to get some new ones. My left eye is going bad.
Yeah. Well, both my eyes are going bad.
Seeing double in the left eye.
Yeah, well, I was talking with Kush a while back about how whenever he was a little bit heavier, that he is the exact duplicate of Larry Flint, the publisher of Hustler.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Doppelganger.
Yeah, he's not a bad looking guy. I think I saw a younger picture of you, man. You look pretty good, I have to say.
Well, I appreciate it. Eat your heart out, Allie.
Look at what you're not getting, baby. Oh, no. My eyes are shagged out, almost 50. Yeah, I hear you. Channel 1-800-DUMB. Yeah. My left eye started, it's almost like the left side. The eye is going bad and the ear is going bad. So I guess the right side of my brain's fucked up or something. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I almost went blind in my right eye.
Really?
Yeah, I was cutting a branch off, a dead branch off my apple tree, and the sawdust went right under my lens, right into my eye, and it the dust ulcerated the cornea, and it got a fungal infection. And yeah, I had woke up one morning and I had 2200 vision in that eye, and it wouldn't focus. And I don't know if you've ever had that kind of an eye infection when your eye doesn't focus and you walk into a bright light. That seriously is freaking painful. I mean, when your pupil will not dilate properly.
Oh,
I mean, seriously, it is painful. And I had to drive myself to the emergency room, and yeah, they were like, and I was like, well, the eye doctor is going to make an appointment for you. I'm like, well, they said they were overbooked. It's like, they're going to make time for you. You don't understand.
It's so fucked up. You got to get in there. Yeah.
They're like, you don't understand. They're making time for you. And thank God they did. And thank God I went there when I did. And then actually it was the cornea luckily healed. And like what he said can happen to it is sometimes the scar tissue won't go away. And it's like a cracked windshield basically at that point.
Yeah.
I was lucky that didn't happen. All the scar tissue went away, but I was really lucky. It was like there was probably a 2-week period there when it was not obvious I would be able to see anywhere near what I can with that eye. And I don't see very well to begin with anyways right now. I've needed glasses since I was about in my early 20s. So yeah.
My old man actually had his lenses taken out and replaced. They can do that.
Oh yeah. That's for cataract surgery.
Yeah. Just like, what?
Yeah.
He said, yeah, it just, okay, we got Grandpa Incel. Hello. Hey, Grandpa. Oh, dropped. Brandon's here. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Brandon.
I am not a grandpa yet, but I probably will be soon.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I hope so.
How many kids do you have, Brandon?
I got 3.
3 kids? Oh.
My oldest daughter got married this spring, so.
Where are you at tonight, sir?
I am in Mississippi. Yeah.
I saw you driving earlier. It certainly looked like Georgia to me. But,
it was.
Oh, it was. Okay.
Mm.
Try the Grandpa incel again. Hello. Grandpa?
Doesn't look like he's connected.
No.
There he goes.
Come on,
There he
work,
goes.
you piece of shit. Come on now.
We can hear you, sir. We can hear you.
Golly.
Mad Max or some shit dropped out again.
Don't know.
I guess we got a lot of drunk people on tonight. What the hell? What the hell?
He didn't sound all that drunk.
Grandpa might come back. We'll see. No, I was watching your stream earlier, and yeah, it looked like Georgia, and so I had to obviously go and look it up, and I found it. Fort Stewart is what I saw on the sign. It's like, oh, okay, I know where it is. Yeah.
Okay.
I could tell that was deep south, wherever it was.
Yeah, you know the southern pine trees. It's
The
it's
pine
a
trees, the
giveaway.
types
Yeah.
of the pine trees. Yep.
Yeah, it's a giveaway. And I went through Mississippi, and they were all over the place. Like magnolia trees were everywhere, southern pine trees. It was nice.
Crepe myrtles.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
And you wonder, because I've driven from the Atlantic Ocean almost all the way to the Mississippi, and it's solid forest. Why in the hell is lumber so expensive?
Mm-hmm. Good point.
Because they import everything from Canada for whatever
Come out of
reason.
Canada or harvested on the West Coast.
Hey, everyone, K-Plan is back. So just thought you want to know that.
Cool.
Excellent.
It
not
won't
only
work.
Gets expensive because everything got set on fire a couple of years ago.
It won't work, hamster. Hello.
Won't work, hamster, send manic. Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Talk.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Hey, we have enough people. We could actually do a fairly good barbershop quartet of the hellos.
We could.
Hello.
The Three Stooges.
Okay, it won't work, hamster.
Hello.
You're having some.
Hello.
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 We chased him away, I guess.
Yeah. Well, no. It won't work, hamster. You apparently don't have your headphones hooked up, right? We could hear you, but you couldn't hear us. So go ahead and modify your headphone settings so you can actually hear the stream. That'd be good. Because once you're in here, you can just listen to the StreamYard. You don't have to go to the YouTube. Mute that. All of it's here. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so what else is going on, Brandon?
Well, I am getting ready to start driving again. I've got
At
to
this
be
time of the
in,
night?
Yeah, I've got to be in Fort Worth by noon. So
Oh, so
You're in
my part of the
Mississippi.
world.
Yeah. You'll probably make it.
yeah, if I don't fuck off, I will.
I mean, Texas is a big motherfucking state, though. Dog, you can assure us of that. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, you can spend all day long driving across the state.
I mean,
And
I've heard
that's-
it's close. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I could tell you a poem about that, but first I was going to say, SCE, I really appreciate you staying up with me on Christmas Eve and talking with me the whole time I was driving the final stretch there into Kansas City. That was awesome, man. I appreciate that.
Undead Chronic.
Oh,
Did you get any honey barbecue puniti in Kansas City?
oh, I bet you could. They'd probably smoke it for at least a week.
Now, did you get all the way to Kansas City, or do you get stuck in Missouri?
Well, if you get stuck in Independence, you're fucked.
You know, me and my Kansas boys. Well, there's two Kansas boys. You know what they'd always call Missouri?
Misery.
Yep, that's right, misery. Now,
Well, I was in your stomping grounds just yesterday.
Where was
I
that?
was in Hot Atlanta.
That is a shithole. Why would you ever go there?
They paid me.
Oh, you could not pay me enough to go to Atlanta. You could not pay me enough to go to San Francisco. You actually, the California state border. I would stop at the border and be like, "No, you can't afford this."
I'm not going to argue with you. I've been shot at in Atlanta. So, yeah. Right
Isn't
there
that
with
where you grew up, Chronic? I mean, come on.
Yep. East Atlanta.
Damn. So you were were you a Crip or a Blood? I mean, what was the deal, or whatever they're called?
I was a green skin. I sold to both. What's funny too is usually what I do is after I made a big sale, they usually there'd be a ton of I'm not sure if anybody here smokes a good. There'd be like Kush flakes. Like you move the nugs, right? You weigh the nugs, but there's like flakes of it come off in dust. And I just get the big bags and I take all the dust and put it into like a little bag. And on my way back to the MARTA, it was like a 2-block walk. I would just find a homeless person that I saw frequently. I'd be like, here's some weed, bro. I'd give him some weed. I don't even charge him, right? And one day I've been doing that I did that for like 2 years, the last 2 years of high school. And one day I was walking back and some crazy homeless dude was like, it's like, come here, white boy, come here, I'm gonna fuck you, just doing crazy homeless stuff. And 2 of the homeless dudes I gave about 2 to 3 things of weed over 2 years jumped out of the shadows and started kicking the shit out of this guy. He's like, don't touch our man. He gives us that good.
That's funny as hell.
Felt like I was bribing the guards in Skyrim.
Why are you here, Chronic? What is your problem?
What do you mean, what's my problem? I wanted to jump on the stream and talk to Hamster.
Oh, well, I'm glad you did. Hey, somebody else wants to talk to you. You ready for someone?
No.
It won't work, Hamster. Is your shit hooked up?
Oh, no.
Jack Murphy.
I think it's working.
Go back to your slippy slide, you foul demon.
Ooh, slippy slide. Yeah, I'm too fucked up to be talking on the spot, but I'm definitely digging the show.
If you like streams where people get fucked up, if you like streams where people get fucked up, you should check out. I think it was my 8-hour post Jack Murphy stream with Better Bachelor. Towards the end of that, I'm slurring for the last 2 hours.
Yes, sir. I remember that.
I was there.
Oh, the one stream I loved Chronic was the one where you had the one I loved was the one you had Ash Slot on it. Oh my god.
I had no goddamn idea who she was. And then like the drama started picking up and I'm just like, what's happening? Like this is just a disaster. And here's the thing. I follow a couple of these smaller like pickup. It's kind of like a combination of like pickup artists and like I guess when you're a small channel, they don't charge for game, but they just talk about game and they talk about how to approach and they rate each other's Tinder profiles. It's very cringy. But I follow a couple of them and they have all these women that reappear and they're all like gross old thoughts and they go on quote unquote speed dates with them. Have you heard about this, Hamster?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so we have like 35-year-old women like Ashley. I think she's 35.
Oh God, no.
Going on and like Twitch thoughts, going on quote unquote speed dates where they basically jump on a Skype and video chat some like 19, 23-year-old dude who just talks about game all day and they make stupid jokes and then the whole community comes together like let's analyze that speed date. I'm like, I would rather slap myself in the testicles with a claw hammer than talk to a thought on video chat for an hour and try to impress her and make her laugh and then have a bunch of pickup artists roast it. Like what?
Damn, that's hardcore.
So
Jack Murphy, you have any?
Most of their streams are like that, where they'll all get in little beasts with each other and they'll just rage. Your game's bad. Your game's whack. Let's see your Tinder profile. I got receipts. Show receipts, and they just spurg on each other. And so during that stream with Ashley on, that's exactly what it turned into. And I'm like, this is the complete opposite of how I want to take my channel.
Yeah, I was there. Hey, Jack Murphy, you have anything to say to Chronic about that?
Just good job on the recent shows, and Matt Walsh is I don't know, a slaved pussy.
I'm trying to get Alex from Playing with Fire to do like I don't say like a one-on-one debate, but more like a group discussion because I don't have that much more to talk to him about, mostly about him being a cuckold, and that could go on for 35 minutes. But I'm trying to get him and Hammer on a stream on Thursday, and that will be huge. Because I'll just let him and Hammer go back and forth, and I'll joke.
God.
Hey, Chrome.
That'll be legendary. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, Chronic, here lately, I don't know if you've noticed this, but between you and Hammerhand, each of you are averaging about 12 to 1400 viewers per stream. And that's a hell of a lot better than some of these, so-called large channels that have, hundreds of thousands of viewers that only get about, 400 or 500 people per
Oh,
stream.
Hammerhand's blowing up, and I think a big part of it is the monetization. Because once you get monetized, YouTube has an incentive to tell your subs you're streaming. So he's got like a channel of like 18K subs, I think. No, he's like 13K subs, like 12
Yeah,
or
he's
13.
like 12 actually.
Yeah, so he's getting like 10% of his subs showing up to his streams. He's getting huge numbers. He's getting like 1,200, 1,400. I was just surprised to get like 900 2 days in a row with unannounced streams. Like I didn't really plan it ahead of time. But if I can get Alex from Playing Fire confirmed, I'll schedule that as soon as he has a confirmation. And we'll probably both get like 1,000. If Hammerhand's streaming it, he'll probably get like, I told him he'll get 2,000. If he plans it ahead of time and says like Hammerhand versus Alex and Playing with Fire pickup artist, like tons of people will show up.
No, I would say, yeah, that's going to be huge. Yeah.
I forget her name, but she's huge, and you had
Amy Schumer.
No, not her. Not. I'm talking
The
about
first wife.
She's huge.
Okay,
Yes,
well,
she
anyway,
is.
like 2,300 viewers just on that one stream. Oh God, what is her name?
Not so erudite.
It wasn't Sydney Watson, was it?
I don't know.
Which
All I
one?
know is when I streamed with Hunter Avalon and Lauren Southern,
Oh,
I
God.
fucking mogged on them because I had like almost twice of
Yeah.
their live viewers, and they got like channels with like 500,000 subs.
I was there, bro.
I still think a lot of
I
it's
remember.
manipulated.
And you got to have that chick that you told her that you told she had nice titties too.
Ashley, yeah.
I was Brittany Venti. I don't really think she
Oh.
wants to talk to me. I don't know.
Brittany, yeah. Yeah. She's cute.
I mean, like, she has objects that are appealing, but as far as cute, I don't know.
She's all right. I like her hair, I think. It's my thing.
I mean, look, she's not ugly. She's definitely the type that a lot of dudes want. But I don't think I could go for more than like 10 minutes talking to her and just hearing burping sounds. I'd just go crazy.
I mean, I watched some of her, like an early video she did a few years ago. It's like, oh my God, what is she, like 13?
No, like 4 or 5 years ago. No, she had some potential, but she's getting closer to 30 here.
Is that right? Okay.
Let's
All right.
check.
Chronic is going to check. He's the master of, he's a stat cell, you guys.
Okay,
So-
Chronic, you've got these detractors that
She's 26. She's 26, so she's about 4 years too old for me.
Chronic, you've got these detractors that want to talk a whole bunch of smack to you about, you trying to chase down these virgins, and it's like they say, well, aren't you a little bit too old for that? Aren't you kind of robbing the cradle on that? And it's like, look, the way that I'm thinking is this: if she's considered to be too young, then she's perhaps too young to vote even. So it's like I don't get their reasoning behind all this. I mean, look, all they're trying to do is just basically shame you because you're looking for a virgin, which you can't blame a guy because hey, no hymen, no dog.
I went on a Blackosphere live stream where it's like all black people talking about black issues, black Nikes, black cars, getting black eyes and their black baby mamas, whatever. And I just joined randomly. I'm just like, yeah. So all I'm trying to say is, if she was born in 19 anything, she's too old for me. And they lost it. They're like, oh, he's a groomer, he's a P word, he's a map, he's a Hollywood sexual. And I'm like, no, they're 18. I'm like, what's wrong with me bending over an 18-year-old if that's what she wants? And the top comment on that stream is like, all those people got offended, but the green guy had a point. Like, if she consents, what's wrong with it? So my message to the detractors is, you're not changing my mind, bitches. How about you try to change the mind of the 18-year-old woman? Try telling an 18-year-old girl who she should be and not allowed to have sex with. Good luck. Good luck.
Who's mad?
And it's not like I'm like smashing and dashing virgins.
Most of them aren't virgins by the time that they hit 15 anymore anyway.
Yeah, and like the couple of virgin girls in the past 2 years, I did take their hymens. I was in relationships with them, and it didn't work out because he said something foolish like I don't want kids. I'm like, well, enjoy the streets.
My truth, man, with a stupid. Thank you for that 304 piece, bro. My
Yeah.
Thanks, Hammerhand.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm screwing around in the
Hammerhand.
background.
That's Pop playing back.
No, you guys keep the dialogue flowing, boys. That's why you're here.
What happened to Sidney MGTOW? I saw him up on the screen earlier.
I don't know. He's doing some other stuff, I guess. Nothing happened to him. He's just not doing content anymore, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the content creator that everybody can find a reason to hate, and it's just hilarious because they hate. But what's the golden rule? Successful endeavors about the haters.
Haters never call
in.
They never fucking call in. And when they do call in, like they just drop the N-bomb, or they're just like, well, I'm not really a hater. I just have a very slight disagreement. I'm like, oh, come on. Where's the haters at?
Weakness.
I mean, when they come on though, sometimes they're fun, actually.
Oh, that's why I like the content. Whenever I get haters on, if I clip it, or if I get a hater like a debate, because a debate's just like talking to a hater with a big channel, basically. People love that content. Again, like if I had a debate scheduled with Lauren Southern again, I'd probably get over 2,000 viewers.
Guaranteed.
That was actually kind of a fun. That was a fun deal with Destiny popped in. Remember that?
That was a very fun conversation.
It was. It was good.
I mean, being a YouTube consumer for years, listening to I didn't really listen to Lauren Southern or Destiny, but I always heard about what was going on with them from the people I did listen to. It is kind of cool. I'm not saying they were my heroes, but it was kind of cool, just some green skin doing this as a hobby, rolling up to people. This is their livelihood and slapping them with a green schlong. I'm like, this is it. It's pathetic.
He remembered you too. So like you definitely left a mark on him that's like permanent.
He's definitely changed his way of thinking. I don't think he remembered me. He talks to Destiny talks to tons of people. I was just a channel like 20K that had a debate with him. But he definitely you listen to him now, a lot of shit he says is like, oh, I know where he found that.
He's a weak man that thinks he's special.
But I mean, there's still no respect. I mean, he's sharing his wife with other guys. Come on.
All I want from Destiny is when he talks about how Lauren Southern is a feminist, or these trad thoughts are feminist, because during our conversation, he was like laughing at me because I was calling Lauren Southern feminist. He adopted my viewpoints. I just want him to get on his knees and kiss the fucking ring. Just once.
Nice. Pay respect. You got it.
I mean, I don't think I've had my mind changed in a large way. And no one really does that like during a debate. But I haven't really had a debate with someone where it changed how I talk about or view things, At most, it's just like I'll roast someone viciously and they'll clarify something. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just roast you moderately. But I'm never like, oh, maybe Hyman isn't necessary. Maybe that feminism is a good thing. No, I've never budged on any of my convictions.
Well, people don't ask honest questions. People only ask questions that lead you to their point of view. They're not, a lot of these people just don't ask honest questions, where if you give them an answer that satisfied their, that was honest, and you could actually change their mind. They won't do it.
The debate bros, they're concerned about making their opponents look stupid. They have the same, it's like the same NPC dialogue when you bring up a study. It's who did the study? Was it repeated? What's the sample size? And I go, well, there's no confounding bias here. Like when you use a new term that's scientific, it's off the program. They don't know what they're talking about. They just want to make you look stupid. Whereas when I have a debate or discussion, I ask some questions to elicit like exactly what they think about things, right? So when I talked to Hunter Avalon, when I talked to Hunter Avalon, he got super offended when I said, if that chick isn't emptying my nuts, I ain't doing shit to defend her on a bus. And he got so upset about it. I said that in a very caustic way. It's supposed to be offensive. It's supposed to be funny, right? But when I put him in that situation, I'm like, you wouldn't do anything either. He's just like, yeah, I would. I'm like, what would you do? He's like, I tell him to stop. I'm like, would you get off the seat and fight him? Would you sucker punch him? Would you tussle on the floor of a subway to protect a random woman? He said no. I'm like, what if it was your wife? He said yes. I'm like, so you prove my point. You're not going to do anything unless the woman is emptying your nuts, right? So it's just, he could have lied. He could have said, if he wanted to win the mud debate, no, I wouldn't get in a fight even if my wife was getting raped. But then it just shows that he's a weak man even for his wife, right?
Well, a lot of it is they can't hear you. I mean, they hear your words, but they don't actually think about it. They just like they don't want to think about it because it's like denial. It's
they're
like
listening to what I'm
they
saying.
don't want to
and
see the forest.
They're listening to what I'm saying as deep as it requires for them to form a shitty rebuttal.
Jellyfish spines.
Pretty much.
Yeah, like Lawrence Southern was just like, what's the perfect government that you would want? And I'm just like, there's no perfect government. Like what? You want me to say like Afghanistan? No. Like all I know is the West sucks.
Which turd do you want to eat? Or like, oh, go.
Hey, have a good night, gentlemen. I'm gonna drop off.
Peace.
Peace.
Night, Kush.
All right, Kush. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Whenever.
Whatever.
Take care.
Night.
Now, Hamster, if someone said Chronic, if I'm on a debate discussion Chronic, you can wave your wand and form any kind of government you want. Which one would be perfect for you? The real answer would make me
There's
look
no
like a
perfect
no, there is.
No.
For me, there is. The real answer would make me look like a
Okay,
megalomaniac. Right? I want a freaking empire that I'm at the head of. What about regulations? What about free speech? I decide who gets free speech. If you're a groomer, you can talk as much as you want at the bottom of the ocean. If you're in an open relationship, enjoy Somalia.
Yeah.
Hey, if
At
it's ran
this point,
correctly, that's a good idea.
At this point in degeneracy, the only thing that's going to save anybody is a strong man.
Hey, Chronic.
So you I'm
in.
sorry. SC, go ahead. Apologize.
Yeah, I was going to say that, I've seen your No Hyman, No Diamond, and like a few other streams. Now, I am just waiting, hoping and praying that we will see Goy Slop on other channels because I'll know exactly where that came from.
I didn't really invent Goy Slop. I just adopted it from 4chan. But no one really says it on YouTube though. I think I'm the only person that bring it to YouTube. People are scared. I'm like, what? How is Goy Slop offensive? It's for goys like me.
Well, people choose to be offended. That's what it is. They choose to be.
It's like the N-word. Like if you're a goy, you're allowed to say it. But if you're not a goy, then we can kick your ass.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, there was a Twitter video. It was like some dude was driving in Seattle. Some like weird, I don't want to say weird, but he was like a white guy with like blonde hair down to like his like pecs. And he was like kind of scrawny. I don't know what the deal was, but some random black guy runs out of his house, like points at the car and starts like punching the window. And so this white guy gets out and they start tussling. And then the white guy pulls out a knife and like stabs him like 18 times and then just ditches his car and doesn't run away, goes for like a brisk jog. I'm like, what the hell is? And then all the left on Twitter is freaking out. They're like, the victim ran up to the assailant's car and started beating on the window. And then the assailant stabbed him. I'm like, wait. The victim ran up to some random person's car and started beating on the window. Like, do you even listen to what you're saying? Ridiculous.
Well, they're not afraid to.
All the points.
It fits their narrative.
Yeah, well, I mean, at this point, if someone lives in a major metropolis, it's like I can't help them. I'm not saving them.
Yeah, I left. I'm in the middle of nowhere.
You know the best thing about being in the middle of nowhere is very low feminist per square mile.
What?
You're not going to see cucks. Go to New York City, you're like in cuck central. Dudes like Destiny and Hunter Avalon walk around left and right. It's disgusting. It's in the air. You can
no
you can
people when you're out in the middle
smell
of
the
nowhere.
weakness in the air.
Yeah.
The only people named Destiny I'd ever met before were strippers.
At least where I'm at, like the average organism in charge is a brown bear, and they're not weak, New York City, though. Oh God.
City people.
Hamster porn.
Hamster, do you want me to like send
hey,
you more pictures?
No, I don't.
Oh God.
I'm going out to the my boys coming into town this week. I'm going to go out to the golf bar probably on Wednesday and Friday.
No shit.
Yeah, so we'll probably go to the golf bar on Wednesday. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be lit on Wednesday.
What the hell
and
is
then we'll
today?
go to a
Monday?
country. We'll go to a
Today's
country
Monday,
bar
I
on
think,
Friday. Yeah.
Yeah. Monday.
Go to a country
Okay.
bar on Friday, and then I'll pick up some
Right.
redheads at the country bar for sure.
I hate you.
I'm doing it in your honor.
I hate you, man.
You know what I'll do? You know what I'll do next time? Next time I bag a redhead, I'll like get a piece of paper and I'll ask her to pose with it, not with her face, maybe her hair and her tits, and I'll just write with a Sharpie, "I love you, hamster."
Oh God.
Will that make you feel
too.
better?
You would, you son of a bitch. You would do that.
Go get a little toy hamster and put it on her ass when you take the picture.
Oh God.
Actually, that's even better because Amazon
pretty
sell
good
like a
idea.
hamster plush.
Yeah.
There you go. You could be like, "Hey, you're here with me in spirit."
You'd get a Sharpie and write on her butt that, Chronic was here.
Hamster.
He does that all the time, son of a bitch.
I did. Yeah, that's why I said that's like the first. That's like one of the ones I sent to like all the boys. I'm like, next time someone calls me an incel, show them this picture. See here, hamster. Check your Google chat. I think I got.
Yeah,
I think
he
I
does
got
that all
one
the
of them.
time.
Oh,
He does
goodness.
that literally does it all the time.
I'm like, hey, old man, look at that.
Don't stare at his meat.
I
haven't sent. I haven't sent meat
chick.
pics. I haven't sent meat pics. Hamster, look what I sent you. Should I put that on her ass, like on top of it, looking down?
God, stop it. I hate you.
Show the StreamYards that little picture of that stuffed hamster I sent you.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll look it up. Go. Give me a second.
Oh, lovely. He was there in spirit.
No, I don't show any meat pictures because I got a very identifiable tattoo on the side of my schlong. Do you guys know what it says?
I bet I can guess.
What?
I remember the joke from a long time ago, but you're going to have to fill us in because
I'm saying it says hashtag
Toxic
Wubba.
masculinity.
Hashtag Wubba. WWBW. Watch
What
someone
the
be whack. Hashtag Wubba. Just on the side of my schlong.
Oh my goodness.
In huge
serious.
font as well.
Oh
Is
my
that right?
goodness.
It's in that shitty like faded gang font, you know?
Oh yeah. Like the prison fonts. Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Prison
Oh,
font.
God.
Oh my goodness.
Why do you hate me, man? I don't know. What have I done to you, you son of a gun?
Just trying
I'm
to help
checking my
you.
email now. Did you send me something?
Yeah, in the Google chat. Go to the Google chat.
In the
bro.
chat. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the stuffed animal I'm gonna buy and put like right above her booty hole when she's bending over.
Why do you do this to me? Why?
I'm straight up gonna order it right now. actually.
Oh, that's cute.
It can come. It can come into my. I can get it in 2 days, so I should have it by Friday.
I'm gonna use that as
Express.
my new thing. Here, hold on. Let's see, save image as. This is nice. Thank you.
This is another good one. They got like 5 different stuffed animal hamsters, and they're all ginger. It's hilarious.
Are they anatomically correct?
Can they get it?
I don't know. I'm not a hamster biologist.
Well, you
Can
are
you
a
give 'em a little
biologist. I mean,
mug
you
of
should
beer?
know this stuff.
I know what a woman is, but I don't know what a hamster is.
Hamster. Downloads. Okay, we'll do that. All right. Now I'm going to change my thing while I'm here because I could do that. I think. Probably.
Yeah. Hey, green man.
Edit avatar. Oh, this is fun. This is fun. Let's see, where did I put it? Let's see, documents, probably. No, downloads. Downloads. There we go. All right, here we go. Yeah. Let's see, we're gonna do. There we go. Yeah. That's it.
I'm telling you, if I ever made the Warband Studios a main job, I'm gonna have a channel that's gonna be called Hamster Cam. It's just going to be a camera and a hamster enclosure with a bunch of ginger hamsters running around.
Look at that cute hamster there. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'll put that right on some
put,
chicks.
like, a
You know
little
what I
weight
should
set.
do? I should take a video. It's like on her ass, and I take it out and I put its head into her ass. That's what I'll send you. Hamster.
Doesn't surprise me.
You'd be like, how do you disrespect my brother?
Why do you do this to me?
Oh goodness.
How are you and Ruby going to get this other channel going?
Yeah, it's just going slow. I'm trying to whip him into shape to work on the comic book first. But
How many artists do you employ on that?
What?
Said, how many artists do you employ on that?
I mean, I got 3 comics going right now. The one that's done that Ruby's working on is all the art's done. Usually I do 1 artist per comic because I want their style rolling. And I don't want to make too much of an investment. It's hard to make an investment in these things because it's kind of like with the donations from like the Cash App or the other ones. It's kind of like it's either drought or fast or famine kind of thing, right? So it's like feast or famine, I think what it is. Feast or famine. So it's like either I get like people come in just like, hey, here's $500, or like I'll do like 8 hours of streaming and get like $5. So it's not consistent. I could get my channel monetized. I just need to get a burner phone. But I'm not going to be streaming or making as much content this next year. And I don't have to deal about paying fucking taxes and like, feeling obligated to stream when I'm going to be working fucking 80 hours a week.
Well, we don't want you getting sick again like last year when you were streaming a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I've been thinking like maybe I'll just make the UC14 channel, just change that to Greencast. Only problem is I have to take down all the material, take everything down that's not Greencast. So that would kind of suck, but I want to keep Greencast monetized and fresh and clean. But that'd be something where me and Ribby, it's like every weekend for 2 to 3 hours. It's a consistent show. Oh, why are we looking at this beanie bitch?
Because I'm trying to put your channel
Soy
up
real
there.
time.
Yeah. There's Chronic right there. See that? Should we listen to this fuck? Should we do that?
No.
We don't want to listen to
She
this.
then ran to the man and asked him why he turned
I
around
just
and
said
didn't help the
no.
kid. And the man said, because I would be
hamster,
accused.
what are you muted? My disappointment is immeasurable, hamster.
I'm sure it is. Yeah, probably.
Now, I need to find more.
Yeah,
I need to find more fucking retards to debate. Those are always like the shows everybody likes the most.
I keep trying to find you speaking here, hamster, Chronic, but I can't find it. So I'll keep looking. Go on and speak, please.
I gotta send an email to Playing with Fire. As much as I don't want to, he's been like on his hands and knees. Please debate me under Chronic. Please, we need a round 2.
Please, let
Like,
me smoke your pole. Let me smoke your green pole, man.
Do you even have him saved? I do. Okay. He's like trying to plan it right so far in ahead. I'm gonna be like, yo, you got time on Thursday between noon and 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, bitch.
Who the fuck is Trap Guy? Brandon, what do you
It's
do?
Grandpa Incel.
Oh, it's Grandpa Incel. All right. Well, is that a redhead?
Yes.
I should have that.
Yes.
Right.
No, I
Do
don't know if you want that in your
have
screen. That's a
time
dude, bro.
On Thursday.
That's a dude? Oh, no.
From
That's a dude, bro.
No.
4 p.m. EST.
You got excited.
Sorry for the
Well, yes.
late email. Time
Where the hell is
opened
some
up,
undead Chronic shit here?
and I know you are eager to debate me. Also,
Eager.
I
Eager to
would
smoke my dick.
enjoy. Also, I would.
Oh,
also,
no.
I am hoping to have Hammerhand, another one of your
Hammerhand
haters, join us.
I guess I'll just patrol the stream. That's all I'm good for.
Well, you were pretty good. You're a pretty good foil.
Oh well, yeah, I suppose. Is this Brittany Venti again? What are you doing here, Chronic? What is this?
Thousands of channels of men, but because men want to
Thousands,
hear their opinions from
millions.
a woman, they'll
Okay.
go donate, watch,
How's
like,
this?
sub, share, whatever.
How's this for a good email, Hamster?
And no one ever has asked you.
Pause the bullshit
All right,
video.
I'm waiting. Yes. What?
I'm so aggressive.
What are
and
you
mean to
doing?
Hamster. I'm so mean to Hamster. Huh? You guys,
You are.
It's on his channel.
You
Just
are.
abuse him. Okay, so here's
have
the
to
email. You
admit.
guys can tell I spent some time in the corporate world. Hello, Alex, comma, 2 lines, indent. Do you have time on Thursday from 12 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to have a conversation? Sorry for the late email. A time just opened up, and I know you are eager to debate me and or continue our discussion. Also, I'm hoping to have a hammerhand on, another one of your quote haters, to join us. Please let me know if you have time and if you're cool with Hammer being there. We won't dogpile the whole time, but you can bring a friend along if you feel more comfortable. Have a good week. Sincerely, Undead Chronic.
That's beautiful, man.
Compare
that's
that to how I
poetry,
treat
man.
him on stream or how I roast him.
I know,
This fucking
right?
cockroach.
Oh, you have a what is it? Playing with fire? Is that right?
Yeah, Alex.
Let me see if I can find that one there. Did you roast him?
We had the 2-hour debate, and then I roasted him afterward. At first, it was like me, Alex, and John, Anthony Lifestyle.
Oh, God.
And then, like, after that debate, I roasted Alex a little bit, and then he was on my channel. I was like, if you want to do one-on-one, I'm down. I'm like, okay, sure. And then I roasted him, and the whole time he's like defending Alex. He's like, he's got great game. We're good friends. And then, like, 3 months later, they had this huge beef and blew up. And I'm like, huh, funny how that happened. It's almost like roaches have no loyalty.
Yeah, imagine
Cool as-
that. Who would ever guess?
Boom. What's up, guys? We are live. So we're waiting on.
And this is the dude here, huh?
Yeah. Okay. So he was in an open relationship where his bitch is fucking other dudes, and he's gonna teach you about game
fraud.
He's a cook.
Also, I heard this off a recent. He joined some random small stream. He told a story. He was hitting on a girl like through text, right? And then she accused him of grape. She's like, "I'm gonna file police report for grape unless you pay me $200." And he was just like, "No, I'm not doing that." And then he's like, then I thought I could still get. He's like, I thought I could still get away from her. So then, like the next week, we set up a date. I'm like, wait, a chick just threatened to call the cops on you for grape, and the week later you go on a date. You want to go on a date? I'm like, oh my god. So he's like, yeah. So I went to pick her up, and when I got in my car and I was walking over to hug her, her boyfriend sucker punched me. And I hit the ground. I'm like, oh my, this guy is so thirsty for pussy. Like, oh, come on, bro. How do you let yourself get bodied like that?
He looks like he got
This
smacked
dude here
with a
did
big
that?
bowl.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
That was
I've
all
listened to
fucked
him a
up.
little bit,
He got smacked with a
mostly
dog.
through you, Chronic. I've heard him a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, most people
seems
never
like
hear
kind of
about
a
these
cuck.
dudes. I mean, the pickup artist community is like in a completely different sphere. Like all they talk about is like, let's rate each other's Tinder profiles for 3 hours. I'm like, he's like, yeah, this is a good pick. I like your body. I'm like, this is like low key kind of homo. Just my opinion.
Hey, Chronic. Did you know that Rollo Tomasi also did a roast of Matt Walsh because he was thinking that, this somehow involved him and his community? And it's like, really?
I mean, is he pro marriage? And I even know, I literally only listened to like 15 minutes of Rolled Up Tomato. I feel bad because I really roasted him hard, and then he like shouted out my stream. It's just like, oh, I feel kind of bad. Like I hate it when I go hard on someone, then they're like, yeah, so Undercronk's doing this. He's kind of a funny guy, and I'm like, ooh. It's like I kind of wish the people who just hear me roast that, like they only hear me roast them. Go, man, this guy just hates me. It's just like, no, I literally talk about that to everybody. I roast Ribby, I roast Hamster, there's different levels to it, but still, I always feel bad when someone shots me out. And he's just like, I know he doesn't like me. And I'm like, dude, I just roasted the shit out of him for like 4 hours one stream.
Yeah, well, you roast me for being a boomer, but it's okay because I know that, you actually have your head in the game and you're moving in the right direction, so it's all good.
Yeah, I mean, I call Matt Walsh a boomer, and he's like 36.
Yeah, he's a young guy, actually.
Dude, I spent.
He's not a boomer. I'm not even a boomer,
I was
Chronic,
on one
by
of
the
his
way.
streams earlier. I was on one of his streams earlier, and I just kept calling him cuck and all sorts of shit
Matt Walsh?
for like 5 minutes. Yeah, for like
Oh,
5
God,
minutes on like one of his streams, and
I mean,
started
if
like
you
people started
if you read, I'm sorry, if you read the comments under the Matt Walsh stream about marriage, it's clear that it ain't going well for
he's a
that
slave.
particular stream. Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, Chronic,
he's
what
a
are your
slave.
thoughts?
He's been indoctrinated.
Chronic, what are your thoughts on these trad cons that are moving in here and they're talking all marriage and everything? The way that I see it is that until the laws change, it's pointless.
I mean,
And
I get called a tradcon too, but like, you know, it's just like my opinion is know the risks and move forward, right? So like dudes that come to me and say 60% of marriage and divorce, I don't want to have to deal with all the stress. It's not worth it. I already have my kids, or I already got a divorce, whatever. I'm going MGTOW. I'm like, cool. I'm not going to tell them they're wrong. That's their choice. It's their life. It's like Matt Walsh making fun of or trying to roast dudes not wanting to get married is like roasting a guy for going for molasses barbecue instead of honey mustard barbecue. It's like, that's not, you can't say they're wrong for choosing that. Except one of the barbecues, there's like 50% chance you lose everything. But other barbecue, there's a chance you have children. I'm not sure how that'd work out. Don't fuck your barbecue at the restaurant, guys, but still.
Yeah, poison M&Ms.
Well, maybe it's just him, like he's in so much denial. That's like his like response to it, because he just doesn't want to see it. And maybe
Well, he
he's kind
has
of
to
seeing
prove
it like
he
back
has
of
to
his head.
prove he has to prove the way he lives his life is how everybody should. Right? There's no individuality there. It's all you should follow this because this is what I believe you should do. I'd love to hear what he thinks about men marrying non-virgins. I got a good feeling that he doesn't think it should have counted to it.
Of course not. Yeah,
Well,
women are
he's
perfect.
weak. He's weak.
Most Christ
He's weak,
cucks don't care.
But vagina, it doesn't matter. A woman can do no wrong. Like even on that video you guys tore apart, he couldn't put one fault at a woman's like feet at all. He couldn't do it. It was all men. It was not even the government.
Not
it was
one.
just men.
Nothing. It's all men's fault.
He just doesn't understand that men are supposed to be leaders in this.
Well, he doesn't
And
care.
he only knows how to lead
golden
men.
vagina. That's it. He worships
He
the
doesn't
golden
understand. Or no, actually, he does understand. He just wants you to do it anyway, because you're a man in quotation marks. Like,
Because if you don't have
go
kids,
and do
because
it.
if you don't have kids, your life doesn't matter to him.
And his 401k doesn't go up. Like,
To speak
I
against
don't
them,
give a shit. Like,
controls you.
I think another thing is like you should die and defend it and fight for the civilization. I'm like, no, why? What does the Western civilization do for me?
Exactly.
And they'll come at me and say like,
nothing.
We have the best. You have no one's starving. We have medical technology and all this stuff. It's just like, I'm willing to eat I eat 800 calories a day on a cut, and that's so I look good so I can fuck goths at a bar. If me eating 800 calories a day to see this satanic Western shithole kill itself, I'd be celebrating. That's worth the sacrifice. And like, you think that these economic systems and all this technology is just going to disappear? It just disappears as soon as the West falls? No, it doesn't. It'll be acquired and used by the next system that rises up.
It
Well,
can't
it's certainly
fall
not
fast
the
enough.
system.
And,
it's not the system I fought for in the Cold War. That's for fucking sure. Everything we were told was a goddamn lie.
I mean, what was the last war that helped the U.S.?
The
Spanish-American War? I'd say the Spanish-American War, because at least we got Cuba for a little bit.
Yeah, and we had the Philippines for a long
chunk
bit.
of it anyway. Yeah.
I'd have to say the first Gulf War helped America quite a bit. We got 10 years of cheap oil.
Well, I mean, it wasn't that cheap. right?
Not
Like if it
cheaper
was
than now.
if we did the first Gulf War to get Americans cheap oil, you know, Saddam Hussein said he would be selling barrels of oil for $100 a barrel as long as he was alive. So if the goal was to get cheap oil, we would have allied with Saddam. So it wasn't for cheap oil. I'm sure a lot of American oil companies that owned a lot of politicians got some nice payouts. Sure. But I didn't get any fucking free oil. My dad didn't get free oil.
Nobody got free oil, but it was gas
Should
was
have been should have
$1.50 a
been
gallon.
free. Yeah, it should have been free. We defend Kuwait from their enemy. We should have gotten free fucking oil for 20 years. That didn't happen.
Yeah, I agree.
So like, yeah, it's just like it kind of had some nice things, sure. But it was like if I was in charge, nope. Unless we get free oil. I probably would have started Saddam though. But then I would have gotten killed by the CIA.
I mean, they could have taken Saddam out in a different way. They didn't have to invade the whole fucking country, did they? Seriously.
No, they didn't. The second Gulf War was a
I
fucking
don't think
lie.
they should have taken Saddam out. I think it would have been much more useful to the American people if he was kept alive. It's just that
fair point.
A lot of the people who buy the politicians, their loyalties aren't with the American people. Their loyalties are to their bank accounts and their banks. And these big organizations that don't have a country. And so that's why like American foreign policy doesn't really help us out fucking ever. You know, Mao Zedong offered Henry Kissinger 1 million Chinese women to send to the U.S. Do you know how that could have changed? You know how that could have changed our country? Feminism would have been
nice.
Feminism would have been hamstrung for like 80 years at least. It's like you have all these white feminists, these free love bitches who are like getting passed around the back of a minivan, or you can get like a Chinese virgin. Wonder what that would have done to all those feminist mothers that divorced their husbands all throughout the 80s, 90s, and 2000s.
Well, why do you think the passport bros are being hated currently?
That's like the big thing. I think what I'll do is I'll have like a passport bro stream. Because like it's like that's like almost like the next big thing. Like everybody's kind of talking about it. And I've been talking to like it's been an aspect of what I've been talking about since I had the channel. I said, go for a virgin. And people go, what if there's no virgins in America? I'm like, there's a whole world to get a virgin at. And I guess I'm speaking from privilege here. But as a white man with a beard and blue eyes, I'm quite the commodity overseas. And I don't got to deal with fat women. I don't got to deal with crazy feminist women. And people go, well, Chronic, they could divorce you too. Well, actually, the percentage of the divorce rate for American men that marry foreign brides and move them to America is under 10%. It's less than an American virgin woman.
Nice.
So if we're going to talk about statistically, the best move is to get a girl overseas. It's not American. American women are absolute fucking garbage. And that's like something that I will say, like, that's not like you'll get canceled for that. I'll say that to like randoms at the gym. I said that to someone like 4 days ago. He's like, what do you think about these girls there? I'm like this Iranian guy working at the Kush shop I visit. He's like, what do you think about these American women? He's like, very nice, huh? You like it here? I'm like, American women are only useful as whores. I'm like, if you want a family, if you want a marriage, go back to Iran and get a woman from there. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, dude. Have you seen the divorce rates here? I kind of explained it to him. He's like, wow, I didn't know this stuff. I'm like, yeah. So me as an American man, I'd much rather marry an Iranian woman than an American woman. American women are the worst women in the world. American men who want families have the hardest time making strong families compared to any other country in the world. I'd have an easier time making a family that's strong on the front lines of fucking Ukraine than in America.
You don't want the Ukrainian
entitled, arrogant, and out of shape.
Yep.
They price themselves out of the market. They're just not worth the effort at this point. The way
they're not on the market for the majority of they're not on the market for the majority of men until they're like 33. And at that point, it's just like, oh hell no.
Oh hell no is right.
Come on.
Hey, Chronic,
just buy tubs of Vaseline.
Chronic, I would absolutely love it if you had Brendan Lee O'Connell on your stream, but I guarantee you, having him on your stream would get your channel canceled.
Who the hell is that?
He's a guy in the truther community.
What, 9/11 truther?
Yeah, it goes into that, yeah. But he's talking about the folks that, that are in the CIA, in the Mossad, in 8200, in Talpiot.
I mean, those are interesting conversations, but that for me, it's just like talking about meta politics like that, like I'll touch it randomly now and then, but it doesn't help out young men. Like none of us want to die to fight that. It's going to collapse on its own. Let me just warn them about horse because that's something that men need to hear every day. You know, it's like I can affect people's lives. People go, we need to talk about the important things like this, this, and this. It's just like I touch on some of the important things, but I think laughing at thoughts and showing how American women are garbage will have a more positive effect on the young men that listen to my channel over time than telling the truth about whatever these conspiracies are, right?
They go beyond conspiracies. I'll just say that.
Well, it's a conspiracy if it's not proven. It doesn't mean it's crazy. It's just something you conjecture about.
What's this guy's name, SE? Brandon what?
Brendan Lee O'Connell.
Brendan Lee O'Connell. Okay, I'll look it up. Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, no, I guess it was Lauren Southern that you had on that one time where you had like 2,300 people. You had 2333. And that was twice as many viewers as what she had on her channel.
It was
And
funny.
that was a huge stream.
That
yeah,
was
and that's
hilarious.
on it.
I felt bad. I didn't even get to the super chats because I was so tired at the end. Because I was drinking. The funny thing is, I was drinking the entire time. Just vodka from a bottle.
Nice.
I'm like, I don't need more than like 10% of my brain cells to counter these people. Like, this is their full-time job. I don't need to try that hard to make them look stupid. Because I guess when you talk about these things enough, it's just like, I haven't heard anything new. I never hear anything new about it. Like, no one comes at me with a new argument about why I should be able to accept a non-virgin. I'm like, no.
NPCs.
I mean,
Hey, Chronic.
it's all cope. What's up?
Would you take a 80-year-old non-virgin who had 6 months to live and $3.5 billion in the bank?
I could buy a lot of Vaseline with $3.5 billion and make her very happy her last 6 months of life. Yeah.
So, okay. So I just got you with a new one.
Nice.
I mean, that's not new. It's like, but like that's it's like I'm not building a family with that chick. I'm pushing Granny in a wheelchair
she's
to a
80.
doctor's. I'm pushing a Granny in a wheelchair to a doctor's appointments for half a year.
Yeah. And then send her to hospice with a smile on her face.
If some chick with $3 billion who was dying in 6 months was willing to give me everything, I won't send her to hospice. Get her the drugs myself. Fuck. I was like, what you need? You got that much money? No problem. Stay in your home. Stay in your home. Stay comfortable. Right?
Well, if she had $3 billion, I'm sure she could.
Oh yeah, no, there'd be no pain there. Just shoot her with a
Who's this guy
tranquilizer
on
filled
screen?
with acid.
You know, the thing about Matt Walsh is that fucker's in with DeSantis and all those guys. And it's kind of a concerted effort.
I mean, once you get that big and that's your full-time job, I just kind of de facto don't trust you. As someone who's been banned 14 times, I'm like, it's somewhat. This doesn't mean like that's an argument. It just takes a little squinting to be like,
How
yeah,
did
that's
you
a bunch
not
of
get
shit.
banned?
It's a bunch of bullshit, you know.
Yeah, I kind of look at Matt that way, where it's like, is this guy part of like the state or something?
Yeah,
I mean, like he wants someone to vote. So like, if that's your, if that's what you're looking at, he's our enemy. Once you look at the lens of feminist and non-feminist, as in like the 19th, you realize there's not a single political pundit that's like mainstream that's on our side. They're all feminists, all of them.
Yeah, they are.
Oh,
well, gentlemen, I'm going to let you go.
Point to the plantation.
Thank you, Hamster. Nice talking to the rest of y'all.
Peace.
Chronic.
Peace, man.
Well, come back some other time, sir.
Will do.
Yeah, every one of them points to the plantation. And it's like, go here, go back to slaving, go to sleep. Be
Every
a
one
real
of them.
man, you know.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah, it's like how the fuck are you a real man when you can't tell a woman no?
You're not.
Get the fuck out of here. Matt Walsh, Wet Noodle Walsh is a fucking pussy that wears flannel. He's like a Republic cuck. Oh, I have a gun. Therefore, they wouldn't
he's a
dare.
college degree holding neoconservative from Chicago that wears a flannel, grows an onion beard, and talks his show in front of a banjo is just spitting on my Southern culture. It's cultural appropriation at its worst. Yeah, that's not your life. Shut the fuck up and go back to a coffee shop.
Yeah, he's like a city boy. He's pussy. I wouldn't fucking listen to him. No one should listen to him.
Yeah, his living room kind of
But
looked
they're all
like
like
the-
that.
I don't talk about Biden. No one listens to him. He's a dithering old fool. AOC's a nut. Nancy Pelosi's a corrupt piece of garbage. We already know this.
God damn, another Aussie. Seems like the Australians know what's up. Just saying.
Yeah, well, he's also
We know what
political
they are.
Australia. He's been on the run for, I don't know, a couple of years now. He spent like 3 years in Australian prison for things that he said about them. And so they really hate him. And so now he's currently, as far as we know, he's living in Mexico.
Who is?
Brendan Lee O'Connell.
At this point, I like the rebels. Now, it's my thing.
But people are turning towards the other side of the East India Trading Company, City of London team, Kissinger and Associates, globalists Rupert Murdoch, DeSantis, and the big hedge funds. They're running the whole show. General Jim.
I mean, you believe Henry Kissinger is still alive, for God's sake.
I mean, he takes blood from young people.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, they literally inject like blood from 13-year-old girls into their body to keep them young.
I mean, when I was a kid,
proven.
Chronic, Henry Kissinger was Secretary of State in 1971.
He's the asshole. He's the asshole that stopped the formation of Happyland. We could have had 1 million Chinese women here, but no, that's a problem for some reason.
Well, as long as they're redheads.
Jim Jones, Denology, Atlantic Council. My God, am I the only one? Am I a genius? Do I have to look?
Is this Fauci Ouchie over here?
That's Stone.
Roger Stone. Okay. Yeah.
Look in the mirror and say, Brendan, are you a genius? Because you mean to tell me that there's not one person with a conscience out there with a large audience is not going to go, yeah, I think I get this little scam. You know, that's why you come here. And that's why we all sit here like friends, sipping red wine, eating pizza and saying, we just wish the rest of the world would get it.
Eating pizza. I like that. The Australians, they know how to talk. Eating
But
pizza.
the thing is, like, for the longest time, people were convinced not to care about all these things that are so obvious because the Western economy is comfortable. The economy is going down the shitter. People's children are getting groomed. And it just needs to get bad enough for the whole thing to topple.
Hyundai versus. Indeed.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, it does.
Go ahead.
Right? So, like, the idea is
worse
just
it
like,
gets, the better
who
it gets.
who here would be okay eating half of the calories they eat currently for a couple years if it means all these blood-sucking monsters are impaled? I'll say.
Oh,
Kind of look at this chick
I'm
over here, though. She looks all right. Says
Like no more NFL football, no more goy entertainment, no more HBO. Oh, no more corporate media.
Sign me up.
No more social media. I was like, yeah, no, it's worth. Yeah, I'll do it.
When does the diet start?
Sign me up.
And then there's, I think that
I have
opinion or
enough.
that willingness to suffer to take out the cancer, I think it's growing at a very high rate. I mean, look at the incels. Like the incels, if you walked up to an incel, like a fat guy addicted to pornography and video games in his basement, in his mom's basement, and he said, you're not going to get Cheetos for a couple of years, and you're not going to get new gains for a couple of years. But if you join these groups, you're going to have land and a wife. I think most of them would be like, nope.
Oh, they're in.
Let's do it.
They're in. They're in.
A lot of these incels they're trying to appeal to as far as like these trad cons, they want to appeal to the incels. Like, look, you guys need to get married. Look, these guys are like, they didn't choose to be incels. It's involuntary celibate. And I'm not saying that, incels are wrong in their views, but however, I don't think that they need to be demonized the way that they have been because, you force them to be this way. Feminism created incels, and now they want to point the finger at them for the very things that, you demonize them for. So it's like, it's hard for me not to have sympathy for them when, I'm not going to say they've been victimized, but however, they're not.
I'd say they've been victimized.
Well,
I mean, they have to pay taxes to support women that they'll never fuck.
Yeah, that's true. You got a point.
Right? Like I made this argument a lot early in my first channel. If men have to give up part of their sexual capital to make sure women who are sexual failures, single mothers, can get by, why do women not have to give up any sexual capital for incels who are sexual failures to get by? Single mothers should be put in a lottery to have to fuck incels. I mean, we all have to pay for them, and they're bastards.
Standards.
Yeah. So like these incels are, and it really tells you like almost every political spectrum, and like most of the normies especially outside, even a lot of Mansfield guys, they love shitting on incels. It's like, oh my, you're so brave, shitting on a bunch of guys that are like know they're at the bottom of the barrel. Wow, how fucking courageous are you? It's pathetic.
Well, because it makes weak men feel better to like shit on the most weakest people. They count it as a win.
Imagine like
I got a W.
Imagine like 100, let's say 200. Let's imagine 200 Republican chads with their non-virgin trad wives raising kids in a compound, and then Chronic rolls up with an army of 10,000 incels with rifles.
Game over.
How's that going to go? Yeah, you got to keep on making fun of them. No, you can actually all the neocons can get tied up by the legs and the wrists, and they can watch your wives service the men. That's what happened. That's what always has happened throughout history. It's fucking every single war.
They're into that.
Well, they might be.
That's what I don't understand about
beautiful thing.
Guys like Matt Walsh and Josh Hawley and Benny Johnson. They all talk about the thing that you need to do is you need to get married. It's like, look, these incels, they would love to be married. Okay, they're never going to get that opportunity. So when you basically you demonize them, and yet you don't say a single damn thing about these women. You're afraid to touch the real root of the problem, but yet you're not going to hesitate to jump all over these guys about how they should do things right, but you're not addressing the problem. You're just addressing the symptoms. Like, that's just complete, BS in my book, because, it's like, look, you're not actually fixing the problem. You're skirting around the problem, but you're not actually doing anything. All that you're doing is you're just talking talk. You're not doing anything.
Hey, they make money. They don't care. After the Republican Party and their donors and their friends make money when we ship all the jobs overseas. Right? So like incels are like basically the young men that grew up in this shitty economy with these shitty women. But the men where it changed, where the economy got shit, like maybe the Gen Xers, where the economy got shit, their jobs got lost, the women became shit. You know what they're doing? They're taking opiates right now. They're strung out. They're not incels per se, but they're strung out. So just, the same problems, economy, feminism, it causes different kind of manifestations in different generations. I got incels transmaxing. I got that article. I haven't responded to it yet. Incels are literally talking about how it's not that they identify as a woman. It's not that they have gender dysphoria. It's just that their life would be so much easier if they transitioned. People would treat them nice. People would be interested in them.
Sure.
People would date them. They get jobs. Everything is easier. And then this whole article is talking about it. It's just like, that's hilarious. It tells you what kind of country you're in.
Yeah. Well, the cool thing is, no matter how much they try and work against nature and creation and everything and try and unbalance it, nature will find a way, and it will go back to normal. They can do whatever they want, but eventually they're gonna have to pay for it. Whether it's
I've been saying all along that Darwinism has been circumvented. It always returns with a vengeance. Always. History is with it.
It's a bit complicated. I mean, Darwinism isn't. It's its influence has been less on technology. What's more important, what's always been more important, is sexual selection, right? But you can only allow women to have freedom over their sexual selection if you have an underclass of men willing to pay for their fuck ups. But now, so what was it? Yep. 7 million men. 7 million men aren't working who are between like 18 and like 40. That's all it takes. 7 million. That's less than like 2% of the population. And you see these financial trad cucks losing their goddamn mind. Mike Rowe freaking out. Dave Ramsey freaking out.
My
Go ask
401k.
the woman to work. Go ask Juan and Pablo to work. Go ask the transgenders to work. These dudes, they see no future, no option.
Okay,
No,
Chronic,
they
this is where
only blame men. All of them.
Chronic, I get into a huge debate with all of these, millennials and zillennials, because I'm the old ancient boomer and I don't know shit. It's all my fault. Blah,
They're
blah,
not
blah.
they're not zillennials. They're called ziggas.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to touch that. But the thing of it is that these guys, they see me as being, the source of all their problems. It's like Funny Mustache Man said, the source of all their problems was a particular group of people. So I was like, yeah, whatever. So I'm just saying, look, the whole thing that you can go with on this is that I can actually listen to younger guys and I can sympathize with what they're going through, because a lot of these politicians, all of them, as a matter of fact, look, they're all bought and paid for by the same people. All the laws that, were designed to screw them over and leave them holding the bag for everything. You just kick the can down the road. These kids,
the reason why boomers are hated so much is because they didn't have access to a lot of this information, so that most of them are just, cogs in the system. You hate the system, right? So like you look at a boomer who kicks his son out at 18, makes him like spend all his money, doesn't help with college or anything, spends all his money on his third wife, like that's a dickhead. But he's a cog in the system. He was told that's what he's supposed to do. Okay, then you look at the Zoomer who's 18, decides to do BLM stuff, transition, assault people. They're part of the system.
Ugh.
These people are everywhere. It's the people who are against the system are the allies in every group. It's a much lower percentage of those people who are boomers because they didn't grow up with the internet. All right.
Yeah, but it was also the boomers that introduced the red pill. So
well, I mean, like what's the red pill? How does it go back, right? If I take a Teutonic Knight from 1200 AD, he'd be more red pilled than all of us.
Yeah, can't argue that.
It's almost like chicken and egg kind of thing. Like, what's red pill, what's not, who started it. I mean, technically it started with that transformer, right? I got in an argument with someone. They were like, you guys call yourselves a red pill, but it's actually is a red pill is about, transitioning genders. How are we going to say now? And I'm like, did you know the rainbow flag the rainbow was actually a Christian symbol? And then you guys co-opted it and now it's yours. So that's what we do with the red pill. It's mine now. Fuck off. Right? I mean, hey, it works both ways.
Definitions. We're all changing them, right?
Yep. That's why,
Well,
like,
they're
people
more
will
changing
people will call me racist if they just disagree with me. And so what do? I call them groomer if they disagree with me. You can't just call me groomer because you don't like me. Well, you call me racist because you don't like me. I'm gonna call you groomer because you call me racist. I used to get so offended by it. Like, I got all these friends who are not white. I don't care. All this at this point, I don't care. You're a groomer. You touch little kids. You can't prove that. You can't prove I'm racist. Groomer. You fight fire with napalm. You got to fight fire with napalm.
It's like that guy who went to divorce court and he's trying to get his kids by claiming that he's a woman now. He's using the rules against them.
Isn't that Uruguay?
I forget, but anyway.
I think it's like Paraguay or Uruguay.
It's like, you got to use their own retarded logic against them. It's the only thing that you can do. You got to out crazy the crazies.
Yeah, when you hold up the mirror, they get really upset. When you hold up the mirror, I mean, I've done it to family members.
Just go ape.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I've been preparing for the crash for a while, and I just hope there's internet so I'm able to watch videos of it on 4chan because I'm just gonna be the short and fraud. I'm gonna get so fat off of it, just enjoying it every day.
Be one of the first thing that goes. Look, what's going to happen is that you're going to suddenly find that the power and the grids have been taken down. You're not going to have phones. You're not going to have internet. You're not going to have anything. And then they're going to use this as a basis to claim for, the collapse of the economy. I mean, it's all going to happen.
I mean, if there's no internet for one day, the economy collapses. That's just how fragile it is.
That's
it's like a 200-pound white woman, very fragile.
Yeah, they'll probably
Don't tempt me.
They'll give it like a long holiday weekend. They'll do it on a Friday, and they'll shut down the internet for a day or two, and they'll say, "Oh, well, we had."
If the internet was shut down for 2 days on a weekend, there would be a revolution because people would meet and start talking about problems IRL and be like, "This is what we can do." I'm straight up think that. Like, there's no communication. You got to meet people nearby. There would be either revolutions, mass riots, mass bloodshed. It's crazy. Think about it. Like, even if we had food, everything was safe, there would be mass riots because no internet, nothing. All the Wi-Fi cameras are down. Let's go get our shit.
I have said something like that before about power transformers, and people were like, "That's like a terrorist." It's like, you know what? Wasn't there like a lady, like an ex-military lady, that she was like going around shooting power transformers in a local
No, I think she
area?
just talked. I think she just talked about it. I think it was just two randos. And their story is they're like the left really wants them to be white supremacist insurrectionists, but the police said the story was they shot 2 power transformers, taking power out for an entire county so they could rob a tool store. I'm like, if that's true, bro, it's like me setting fire to my house because I saw a spider. Like, what? Take away power from the whole county to rob a tool store? Like, you're thinking too big. Like, usually they think too small. You're thinking too big, bro.
Yeah, but I was saying that to people for a while. Like, if the power goes out, the bullshit stops. The feminism stops. Everything stops. If like enough people, just not people. The power goes out. Hey,
I get so much weed.
The bullshit stops.
Him too.
Like it, and those transformers are hard to get back in stock, especially if you got knocked out a bunch of them.
I would make so much money. I make so much money. I got like gallons of hard liquor. People would be like selling their daughters for that. I'm not even kidding. Like, I have all the hard goods that their values retains at the very worst and the very best that explodes. Liquor, tobacco. It's like dried tobacco, so like it's like stays good for like something like 20 years. I don't even smoke tobacco. It's just an investment because I can always sell it back on the market, lose like maybe 10%. Hard liquor, tobacco, firearms, bullets, a lot of drugs. Like actual, antibiotics and that kind of stuff. So like, I'm set. I'll be like one of the fucking vendors in Fallout. I'm like, what you need? Like, open the slot to the door.
What are you buying?
I got 20 bottle caps. I got 20 gold pieces. I only accept payments in pugniti. What the fuck is that?
Oh my goodness. That's good. Yeah, I only got lead and brass. So and a lot of canned food and
maybe I'll breed hamsters and sell hamsters as pets.
What? Stop it.
They'll eat them.
Maybe I'll shave the hamsters and I'll be like, all the pocket pussy factories are closed, but I can sell you shaved hamsters.
Oh, what are you doing to me? Why are you saying that?
See, well, hamster. One side is for use and the other side's for cleanup. Come on, and it stays warm.
Well, we're variable. We have multi uses. That's what happens. As long as you don't get a hamster out of Tom Cruise's ass, it's
kind of like 5 shotgun shells to a hamster and throw it into over the wall to the enemy fortress.
Exactly. Oh,
God. Okay, I need a piece out of here, guys. It was nice talking to you.
Yeah, it's 12:24 there. Chronic, we're looking forward to the stream with what the fuck is his name?
Roach Boy. We'll see if he responds.
Roach Boy.
I'll announce it if he does.
Alex
right.
playing with
fire. All right. The one stream that SCE has come in. Thank you, sir. Good to see you.
Peace. Thanks,
you guys
brother.
take care. Have a good night.
Later, brother.
Bye-bye. Yeah, see ya.
All right, brother.